welcome to Weed&d. Now, we're here now. Now is where we started hard. It started just now. The Pod Positive Live Tabletop Role-Playing Experience. I am your Dungeon Master for the night, Brandon Allen McClanahan, but my buds call me Bam. So good to see you, babies. Thanks to everybody I see here in chat. Get this Tess, Boojum, Wilder, some of the old school buds. We got all the homies in the house. Cardman, good to see you. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. It's good to be back. We had a little break last week as Steph and myself were celebrating our birthdays. Birthdays. So thank you guys for bearing with us as we took a little dark week to enjoy ourselves. But it is so good to be back. So thank you guys for being here. We do have a pretty dope little sesh set up for you here today, so I'm quite excited to get to it. We've got some new stuff that we've never done on the show before. We're going to be trying new stuff. We're trying to push ourselves, friends. I wanted to, before I pass it along to our intros, I just wanted to be real with you guys. I was having a little bit of like a head fog issue where I'm working on a lot of stuff, and the things that I'm working on are things I'm very proud to be working on. But by working on so many things, it leads to things you can't get done. And I was robbing myself of a little bit of joy, and I think one important thing in a lot of these spaces, so that if you want to try this kind of stuff, you might now, like, Take the second, like remind yourself, you know, like the things that you're doing, and like I've been on a big kick about celebrating your accomplishments this week. Just, you know, forgive yourself a little bit, give yourself a chance. You know, doing anything is fucking hard as shit. And so it is easy to focus a little bit too much on the things you couldn't get done and not the stuff that you are doing. So I only say that because it was one of those things where I'm like infinitely blessed to be working on the project of my dreams with some of my favorite human beings. Doing Shakespeare and creation and a professional performer and stuff like that. Like, there's so much that it just doesn't really make sense why I allow myself to get into those spaces, but they happen. And so I just want to thank you guys. Like, a lot of people reached out for my birthday and stuff and sent really great messages, and you're all fucking incredible. All my friends and everything. Like, it wasn't anything real. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make, is it's really easy to sabotage yourself with unreal things, while the real things that can be your salvation are, you know, hard to focus on. So, again, it's like, in this space, it's easy to be like, I'm not fazed by anything, and we're all, but it's like, the reality is, like, that was something that, because I love this project so much, because I love doing this with you guys so much, it was like, wow, like, how even in this space am I there? Like, this is all I've ever wanted. And so, thank you guys for supporting that thing. Thanks to my cast and incredible studio manager, Steph. So yeah, guys, we've got us quite a booby. We got quite a booby. I said.
Oh, quite a booby.
I don't know how booby came out of that, but it did. Big Sloney, welcome back, bud. Good to see you. Welcome back to town, my friend. But yeah, so good to see you guys. I fucking love this thing. So with that, I'm gonna pass this joint through the magical. We do the magical fibers from the old days.
It's happening! Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so magic.
The magical fibers of our love.
Of our love. To my dear and wonderful friend Nicole. Hey, Nicole, how you doing?
Hey!
Oh, well, we got a hype going too. Shoot.
Oh. Hey.
Thanks for the hype. Hype helmets.
And I'm gonna pass this to you as the hype is happening. Woo!
Oh.
Just so it doesn't go out. Hi, everybody! What's up, buds? I'm Nicole Unger. I'm here. I'm ready. We're excited. I play Shaymira, the level 11 rogue who is a changeling but can't change anymore, but that doesn't stop her from being cool.
That's real.
Bam, thank you for saying all that stuff. You know, I also kind of was experiencing a burnout when you do a bunch of stuff, and some things you do because you have to, and some things you do because you love it. And what is a fun thing to like do to help kind of reset? And one of my favorite things to do is to watch horror movies. Ooh. So I love horror movies in general, but I like to dig into some random ones when I'm kind of feeling weird. It just helps reset my brain because I like scary things. So, Jake, what are some of the things that you like to do?
Because you're not a murderer.
I'm not a murderer. Jake, what do you like to do? I'm going to pass this to you.
We're going
back.
Reverse.
Whoa. Uno, reverse.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Nicole.
Oh, no,
You're
that
welcome.
way.
Wait.
And then when it gets to Drew, it'll just
That's
come
what's
back.
happening.
Yeah, it's coming back.
That's where we
Yeah.
are.
We're here.
Been
We're
there,
there.
done that already.
I'm a week at him, Rusty. Here you go.
Oh, Jiminy. What about you, Jake?
I've been waiting.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole, and thank you, buds, for being here. Jake Taylor as Rex Milo, the level 11 Dragon Mac Cleric, of war.
Wow.
And yeah, I think like just having a good movie night, which same kind of thing. I've just been like going and going and going. And this past weekend, got to see some good theater.
Yeah. Yes.
And got to watch some good horror movies, oddly enough. Finally caught up on When Evil Lurks, which is a fucked up movie, but man, it's an Argentinian horror film. And there was multiple points where I had an audible. I'm just watching by myself. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. As soon as a sequence ends, it's like, yeah, if any buds out there have seen it,
We watched Mandy and Pearl.
Ooh.
Pearl was great.
Pearl's
Mandy, I have thoughts.
I have thoughts.
That's implication.
Cheddar Goblin.
Oh my god, that was the best. Anyways, Drew?
What? Yeah. Hi. Hey, buds. What's up? Exactly. Smoke weed every day.
It came in.
I know.
I'm Drew, I guess, today. Today I'm Drew. And I am playing Tynaricus Onyx Heart, the level 11 Paladin Oath of the Crown badass mofo.
Oh my god.
You ain't telling no lies.
Here it goes.
Don't tell anybody.
You ain't telling no lies.
Telling the world.
So what's the question? What do I do to get out of my funk?
Yeah.
I like to clean. It's weird because it's like, I mean, I clean pretty normally anyway. I'm not like a dirty guy, but I like to like deep clean and really see like a difference in stuff. And I feel like I accomplished something, and that makes me feel good, you know, because whatever else is going on inside my brain is going on inside my brain. I can't really do anything about it at the time, so I'll change something that I can and make it clean and beautiful, like my bathroom.
And that counter's clean.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got that shine. You're just like,
Yeah. Like, oh man, I did that. Look at me. That's all me. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with me. Excited to be back. What about you?
Me?
Brenna?
Brenna? There we go.
Brenna?
You didn't have your mic on. I was waiting.
It was on.
Oh, it was? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
I was, well, like, the way you said you, I was like, what did I do? I'm Brenna Folger. You guys know me as a bunch of different people, but you also know me as Gilda Radner Gene Wilder. Something that I like to do when I am stuck in a funk is, I'll, like, turn on, I mean, I do it a lot anyways, but I'll watch, like, Let's Play, because I can't, like, I don't have the time to play all the video games that I would like to play, so it kind of harkens back to, like, hanging out with my older siblings when I'm watching like Game Grumps or when he plays or something like that. So I'll turn on those guys, like, or Barry Kramer has a really good stream where he plays through like Metal Gear Solid, which is kind of nice, like all those games. So yeah, I like to do that because it's like if I don't have the time to like play the game or buy the game, I can at least like experience it some way.
I like that a
Some
lot.
way.
Yeah.
That's nice.
How about you, Abadent?
That's me. That's me. I'm Abby Dandy, aka Sylvia Starshield, the level 11 Astral Elf Druid. Circle of Stars. Thank you very much.
Shine.
But what do I do when I'm in a funk? I like to take a nice, long, hot bath. Like 2 hours, like watch multiple movies, like let it drain and then fill the tub back up again until I'm like a little wrinkly little prune. And it's just, I don't know, sort of like this sensory deprivation thing where you can just sort of relax and let all of your thoughts go. That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about you,
I
Bam?
don't have a bath though anymore.
Get a bucket and a mop.
Yeah.
Look at
Those tears.
Yeah, only fitting, as I was the one that prompted this to begin with. Some of the tools that I use to get out of it. Again, I think it's like a trick of our depressed brain to be like we know a lot of the things. Like it's like we know it's like if I do these things, I will likely be better. And then that thing in you is like, well, I don't want to do them anyway. And so it's, you know what I mean? Like it's, and that, you know, sometimes you just got to sit in that thing. Also, like there are valuable lessons to be learned about why you get into certain headspaces. But for me, one of the biggest issues that I have with, you know, we've talked about it a little bit with the cannabis. I have a lot of brain static. Cannabis helps me focus on a single thing at a time. And like right before bed, my head will just ping. I'm not claiming to be unique. I'm sure everybody deals with this. But for me, that noise when I'm in a negative headspace can be a lot of really sour voices. And before bed specifically, this is of all of the things that I've done that I think really actually like genuinely helped in my life. Is before bed, just go over the things that you did that helped somebody. And that can be like, it's not about judging yourself for not helping or helping too much. If you scan your day and you realize you didn't help anybody, that's just a note. Like, hey, if this is something that's valuable, if I like the feedback I get from this, maybe put a little more of myself out into that space next time. Again, it's not a judgmental thing, but it's like, I honestly think you kind of forget. Like, it's like, and it can be as simple as I held the door open, I let my cat out, it's like, and then you kind of start realizing, like that, I think helping and empathy is one of the best things we do as a people. And there is like a little bit of magic in that, just like, helping is, mostly altruistic. There is this nature of just like, you're not trying to get gain by helping, and so you can certainly, but that's a whole other conversation. But for me, for my sleep specifically, I find that it does not take very long in that space to just put me in that kind of contented, balanced place. And I like the way that it feels to help people. And so it is like a nice thing to be like, you know what, maybe I should help a little more, or, but again, it's not judgmentally. It's just like, hey, for this headspace that I am enjoying, like this is a path by which to get there. So that is one for me. The other one is to take the darkest things and make them funny. I think just like existing as people in a universe that's, colliding with itself all the time is insane already. So turning something serious into something funny is just like the only way that I know how to make it work. So a little of both of those. So a sardonic sense of humor and being grateful for helping people and empathizing.
It was the fear
Being
that did
part
it.
of the helping committee.
It's for helping people or else. That is our theme here, guys.
It is.
I do have a couple shout outs. Thanks for our supporters. Obviously, all our Patreon supporters. You guys are the freaking best.
Yee.
Patreon is the best way to support the show. All that we're doing here, we get the highest percentage of your bang for our buck. Thanks for banging our buck, guys.
Thanks for banging our butt.
Really appreciate the buck bang. I'm going to figure it out. I will
bang it
figure
right in the
that
buck.
phrase effectively, but today
I think you got it.
All right, thanks for banging our butt. I'm
There's
in.
nothing wrong with that.
And voted for. Check us out, patreon.com/WeeDnD, or exclamation point Patreon if you're with us here on Twitch. Shout out to some of our raiders from the last time we played. Urance, who's brought their people our way a lot of times. We've raided into them as well. Legacy of Fools, new group coming into us, man. Thanks for bringing your party our way. And Pandemic. It's like, I just want to say it right because it's spelling implications. Be sure, guys, anybody that raids in, give them a little follow. It's the easiest thing you can do. It costs nothing and it helps people out. So there are incredible creators all doing their little magical things. So just help make magic. And we've got some merch, guys. Type exclamation point merch here on Twitch, or go to our link tree, or go to artshardstudios.square.site, and you can get yourself some merch. I have begun working on some of the Nicole is not a murderer
Oh my god!
and Abby Dapson shirts. I just did a graphic for two of them, but those will be hitting there soon. And yeah, man, there are upgrades on this show every single week. Some incredible people. Shout out to Munch for all the help that he's done on the back end. A lot of what you're looking at right now is the product of a lot of hard work by him. And we are continuing that push. We're all busy people and we do the best we can. And so thank you guys for bearing with us when sometimes we take a week or if we have technical issues. Shouting them out in chat is always a huge help for us, just so we can stay in front of them as much as possible. But we're just a little indie studio doing it the best that we can. So thank you guys so much. I love you. I love every player at this table. I love Stephanie. And I love Dungeons & Dragons, and I love cannabis, and I love Marley and me.
Oh, that makes you cry.
Yeah, it just makes you cry.
It's a sad.
You know what you're getting when you walk into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just don't want to watch a dog die.
Yeah, I don't want to sign up for that.
Without revenge involved.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
yeah.
If you start John Wick halfway through after Marley and me, it's like, dang,
It makes
Marley
sense.
took a dark turn.
Right.
Yeah.
I almost wish they would just put those together, and then Keanu went and fought cancer or whatever.
Yeah.
Strolls into a walk to remember and is like,
Yeah.
Mandy Moore's like, no.
Oh god.
Cancer's cured.
Double tap.
It's Mandy more like Baba Yaga, in full character.
Her eyes go blue.
We just wrote. We wrote the perfect movie. Easy. Get on it, Hollywood.
Get in on this.
I dare you.
I dare you, Hollywood.
All right, guys.
We're good people.
We promise. That's what good people always say. Just to remind you.
We're good people.
We're good people, I promise. I'm not a murderer. She can't even say it. She can't even say it. Look, she can't say it. She
Can't even say it with a straight face.
No, she can't. You have 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I guess she's a murderer. Time's up, murderer.
That reminds me.
Looks like you're going to prison.
That reminds me of the epic spit take that Jake.
Oh, yes!
That was
so good.
That was a good time.
I know. Somebody needs to clip that. I want to see it
Yeah.
again and again and
bring it
again.
It's on loop.
And again and again and again.
got me. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
That just hit the spot right then and that very millisecond. I was like, nope.
I was on fire. I was on fire last episode.
He was trying to put you out. With the spit take.
Yeah, he was trying to put me.
That's what I got.
I think it's because Abby made me drink so much water. We had like a water drink off for no
Essential.
reason. No words were said. Sometimes you just like hydrate.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, real talk. I love water.
Big water.
I'm gonna have to grab another one. I'm almost
Big
done.
water. You thought we got away? Drow, welcome in, bud. Good to see you.
This show helps me. This is like the most hydrated I'm all week.
Bro, real talk. I get down and it's like the amount I have to pee when the show's over.
Oh, yeah.
I've just been drinking water for 3 hours, man. Like,
Yeah.
all right, guys.
It's good for you.
It is good for you. I love big
You
water.
know what else is good for you?
What?
Playing D&D.
Playing D&D with your friends. Hang out, that's what we're doing. All right, guys. We do have us a little ritual around here. We like to do that around. We do. All right, guys. We got us.
Lighters. Scoop it
Round-
out.
We're gonna edit this. Oh, we're
Start
live.
over.
We got us a little ritual we like to do around here. Maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you heard about it just now, and I said it weird, so you're like, what is going on? We like to take a lighter like this green one here. Make sure we're not going to light any of our friends, family, or household pets on fire and go. Light us up.
Touch my place.
Guys, let's play some fucking D&D. Ow!
Okay.
WeeDnD, high fantasy, literally for you and me. So load up bowl and make a roll to take control. WeeDnD.
Oh, you bastard.
Ooh, I didn't get it. I didn't get it in there.
Everyone's spit takes
That was
over.
the smoke spit take. Just now. You saw it real time. Oh, damn it. Oh,
come on.
In the back.
damn it.
Ooh, all right, guys.
So good.
We did have quite a game last sesh. I've thought about it a ton. Like as a DM, you sit around thinking about your last sesh, and I'm like really proud of you guys for making a good plan and then executing it to near perfection. But a lot of stuff did happen, and that's why we're going to go into a section that I like to call "What Happened Last."
Oh, God.
Well,
We fought the purple Nurple.
we did, but before that, we did like
Cannon.
some cool weapon dancing and ritual stuff.
Oh, we yeah.
Yeah.
We usually start from backwards and then work forwards because we figure shit out as we. But
You can do whatever you want. There's no rules.
there's no rules.
And
boys
I
and girls.
remembered the ritual dance first.
Okay,
Good point.
Yes,
that was
ice
fun.
board.
And it's got a frost bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VO. Zix and VO. I get them mixed up. I always say Zio and then I
Vix.
realize I fucked it up.
Vixen
Yeah.
Zio.
Yeah.
And you're like Vixen Wedge.
VO and
Yeah, it was nice to get Gil's hands on a bow again.
Yeah.
take out a
Been a
goo
while.
with it.
Yeah, just took out that goo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just a weird racist guy.
Weird
What was
racist.
what was he
Yeah.
talking about?
Just nothing. He was just weird and racist.
Yeah, there was like a weird death knell, like this, the spirit within it
You'll
shouted
pay what you
before
did
it
to
went
my
away.
family.
Yeah. That guy was harboring
If they're all
some
racist,
anger.
we want them gone anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was mainly he just thinks that that's how all oozes are. Did whatever to his family. I don't know. He just had an ooze problem with another ooze.
The goo and the ooze. It's
Yeah.
an issue.
Classic.
They used to be
Classic.
They used to be known as the goos.
The
because There
goose.
was a
Yeah.
split.
Switched off.
The visual of it coming up on the worm though was pretty funny. Like the worm is like comes out and there's a kind of goose riding on top.
Yeah, right.
Funny to think about.
That was nice. But we messed that worm up. Real
Oh yeah.
We did.
Real good.
Yeah.
The plan went off. That's nice. Usually rolls don't make that happen.
I was worried.
I
What,
know
what did
it
we
worked.
miss? Like the sleep, the initial
The
sleep?
initial sleep,
Yeah, we
failed,
missed,
and
and
then
so-
you
I
had.
was literally like, this is all right. This is what's
Yeah.
gonna.
Right, it's like,
great.
oh,
All right, what's
Dude,
gonna
it's the
happen?
DM too. I was like,
Yeah. First thing out the
And
gate.
we're gonna
Yeah.
die.
Fails, we're fucked. Okay, great.
I was ready for it to be a hard
Oh yeah.
episode.
yeah.
But everything else kind of worked out.
Yeah, you managed to sever the tail, which incapacitated one of its biggest weapons, and then froze it in place. You guys have worked with the Iceborne. Skithnara proved
Skithnara.
pretty powerful to be able to hold that as long as she did.
Oh yeah.
Dude, some people got messed up pretty good, right? I got hit once. I was like trying to look at my
Yeah,
name.
picking on you.
I was
You
gonna
got
say.
it.
I think you're the one who got
You're
it.
the one who
I
got
didn't get hit.
I was like, yeah, wait, I have 58. Yeah, something happened.
You pulled a Rex Milo. You got eaten by a worm.
I did.
Yeah.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's
I was
fine.
trying to. It's fine. Well, now we have something in common.
That's true.
Brother.
Interestingly, when you emerged from that worm, however, you were covered in gemstones.
And gemstones.
I know. Now I'm. There's all sorts of
Sparkly now.
and I'm sparkly as fuck.
Full of weed and diamonds.
Just I'm full of weed and diamonds. I know. Incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, that is actually an affectation of the purple worm itself. This one being so strong, the gems are a little bit nicer than the standard fare. But it's like as they consume so many minerals, the acids in their stomach break them down and add pressures and create the conditions by which these gemstones are created. And so, as the stomach split open and Gil spilled out, so too did this accumulation of some pretty valuable gemstones.
Yeah.
Our first big group attack was awesome. That was the first time we'd done that.
Oh, the
That
big
was
team
really
attack.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 120 damage right off the bat or something.
That was
big deal.
pretty.
Start these on the right foot.
Chill.
And we have introduced that mechanic, which means that enemies
can now do
enemy
that.
teams
Ah,
also have access to that particular.
No,
I don't like
no, I
that.
don't like
but
that.
yes.
I don't
I will continue developing that. I feel like
would
there's
like to vote against that.
a little more clarification
Yeah,
in that.
finessing.
Yeah.
I like
And
I like what we did with it, but there's some of the.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's been workshopped a ton.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest I've ever felt to it actually
I do need a coin. Thank
doing the
you.
thing. Everybody got a coin? Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah, so that is your
now.
buy-in. Just to highlight that, your buy-in on a team attack. And a team attack could ostensibly be as a narrative team attack too. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there's always these fun issues of a large army in front of you, and what do the heroes do? Like this, it's a way we can enter that cinematic epic space.
I wrote, I make a worm bleed. I wrote, I make a worm bleed. That's what I wrote in here.
You did. You
I
brought it
made
to
the
bleeding.
word, the worm bleed.
Just again, narratively, the bleeding mechanic is just kind of like a note to you from me descriptively that a monster's at half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So it is a good way to be like, dang, this thing's not bleeding yet. We've done a lot of damage. Like maybe, it is a little like.
We got
I was a little worried after that
We got
97 hit point hit, and it still wasn't bleeding. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh, geez. Okay.
what exactly have we stepped into here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
almost broke-
97 and not bleeding?
Yeah, bro.
Fuck! And we'd already hit it
You
like
just did over
twice
300
before.
damage.
right?
in that
Yeah,
encounter.
we did good, guys.
Over 300.
Also, what is it? Virali?
Raleigh.
Woke up, ate some soup, and joined the helping committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
It's like, that's
Like
not how
you
you're going to
do.
tell people it went, right?
He woke up, ate some soup, and joined
He
us.
Give the
tested
man some
us in
soup.
battle, so we were like, he has to join us. Look how good he is. So that's what we'll tell everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
The soup
so
was
good
really
at
good.
being
It
the
was.
guy that he had. We asked him. We said, please.
Oh, yeah.
I shared my
And-
soup with everybody.
Sylvia,
Yeah.
you cast the feast of
Feast.
something.
Hero's Feast.
Hero's Feast, thank
Yeah.
you.
Nebulous
Yes.
stew.
And
I
yeah.
wrote that because I was like,
Yes.
nebulous.
The immunity to poison.
24 hours.
So clutch.
Yeah.
Full day, too. It's still that day. So you guys saw
Poison,
it.
frightened,
So clutch. Oh, yeah, and
and
frightened
advantage
too.
on wisdom saves.
And
Yes,
yeah,
thank you.
disease.
that was amazing.
No.
It cost you some money. It cost you 1,000 gold to cast.
That's fine. I'm full of gemstones now.
I made him money now.
Pop one out.
You asked for a
We're
5-course
fine.
hero's feast.
Yeah. It's like
Bring 50 people.
that justifies all these other little gemstones I keep throwing at everybody to say Bardic.
You're death warded right now. I think that's for quite a while too.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's until long rest. Well, at least it is on BG3.
That's a dangerous game to start playing.
Gil's not rich,
Three
Gil's
made some answers that the
expensive.
game doesn't. Where are you at, Rex?
I'm dreaming of
8 hours?
8 hours? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that's up to a long rest, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Tasha.
3 of us fell into a hole.
Yeah.
And as we did, we yelled, "Fuck! Ah, no!" I wrote them all.
All right, remember that, because I'm going to ask you to do that again. Here briefly. Yes, at the end of the battle, there was a, the stone, this earth elemental stone that, similar to the fire one that you received in the fire elemental chaos, was grabbed by what appears to be Tynaricus. From this fractured moment in time that you all kind of witnessed, where one version of Tynaricus murders Brawley. And then the one that we are with right now, again, in the time anomaly of that weird space that you were in Nambaldir, now that same figure has returned and grabbed the stone, and the ground beneath you fell out. And you all began to descend.
Not all of us. 2 people have not fallen.
Hanging on.
Yeah.
With that,
Can you quickly describe his mustache? You made a special note of that, and we never got to it.
you want like a thorough description of his mustache.
You're just like, and he has a mustache. More
Obviously, he
on
has a
that
mustache
later.
because he's evil. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's got 2 mustaches.
His mustache has a mustache?
Yeah.
Oh my! What?
Yeah, no, it's one of those highly groomed, twisty, kind of thick but twisty. It's got like the girth in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Like a Sam Elliott?
Yes, where it can fill the middle and then the twist is like dope.
Oh, it's like the mix of Sam Elliott and Kurt Russell.
Yes.
In Tombstone.
yeah.
Like the
Let's do
thickness,
that.
but
Let's
then
just-
the
yes.
nice
I'm interested.
curl. I gotcha.
And I've been working. I'm trying to do my.
Oh, you know.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Oh, you trying to?
I'm Doc. You.
You taking a piss over
Hey
there?
man, I'm
Rob?
taking a piss. You taking a piss?
I'm taking a piss over here.
What would you do?
That's what I do. What would you do?
What would you? All right. So. So yes,
A pissing contest.
grabbed the stone and descended to the depths below. With that, if you will please allow me to set the mood. I'm on this. I'm doing so good right now, guys.
Oh,
Wow, look at him go. I had the one I wanted.
I don't know about you guys, but my mood is sure is set.
Oh, like Jello.
oh man.
Hey guys, you hear 3 voices in this cavernous hole as they descend below you.
Fuck!
All right, you guys are, in the deep within the earth of this ruined area, this ground, the cave walls kind of Swiss cheesed with these hard, stone tunnels built by all the many purple worms traversing through this area. The certain spot that you had fought, this large cavern, the floor started turning into that weird soupy mud where those mephits came out of. And so that kind of sludgy, melted snow and infused earth soup, kind of like a hole in the middle, this whirlpool of earth just starts pulling down. Some of you have been covered in the mephit mud. This smelly kind of thick mud that just spills all over you. You start falling down into this space. As you look down, the depths below, those of you with dark vision and ways to see, even the shining sunstones that have littered the hallways, as you've come here. Even looking down, it just looks like this massive void of black. Those of you that are falling, I believe that is Shamira, Sylvia, and Gil, right? As you guys are falling, think of it almost like a Disney ride. Like the 3 of you are just surging around in this mud. Every now and again, you see the popping blue eyes of the Iceborn that are getting drugged down too. The dead body of the purple worms just like spinning around in this Slurpee.
Doesn't make any sound.
Slurpee.
Yeah.
Falling?
Yes. You see, again, you guys had severed it. You guys had struck it. You see there's this wound, and as the mud pushes into it and the smell hits your nose, you kind of hear this weird.
Just in time for a raid.
Just as a There it is. We're grown ups. We are grown ups. As light as that. Ladders up to our friends from Quest Keep. Oh my God, I love you guys. I love you very much. That was the thwopping sound of the purple worm as it descends into the depths below. Live Foley, guys. Were you gonna get this kind of of sound effects.
That's
So as you guys are kind of
nasty.
like slurring down, you feel like this tunnel that you're shooting through is like shifting, and you're moving like a great distance through the earth. You know, at some points you're falling, at some points it's like a mudslide that you're riding down. And as you guys kind of cluster around each other, swimming around, do you guys want to try to like reach out toward each other or just kind of follow where it goes?
Yeah, I go, Gil, can I get inside you?
Always!
And I just jump into Gil.
I also use my little shape self like pseudopod to like start wrapping, like grabbing them, like, and then like slurping them inside of me and going. And
Yeah,
like,
is there room
slurping
I'm
'em in.
gonna dive towards?
There's room for everyone always.
All right, you see as you're like pseudopod starts
Yes.
kind of shifting around. You know, you manage to get your hands on your two allies. You're kind of looking around to see if maybe you can grab, like Skith or a Zix or a Vio if they're
Trying
kind
to
of
grab
spinning
people,
around
like-
too. And you kind of reach out, and suddenly you see Skithnara. You know, Skithnara's got the red eyes, the head droga of the Iceborne mercenaries that you guys were working with. You know, she's got that kind of like elder skin. She's wrapped in all these hunting adornments. You know, even a big white fur cloak that you can kind of see just slathered in mud as she spins around. Suddenly you see her red eyes turn blue, just like Zix and Vio. And then as they start glowing blue, you see the other two blue glowing eyes of the other two Iceborne. And almost in that same pattern that they were dancing when you saw them in camp, you see they start moving in opposition to the flow of the mud. So you guys are kind of getting whipped around. Gil, you're able to wrap your little pseudopods around them. But you see they start moving in opposition and they start lifting up. You know, you guys kind of look up and suddenly the tunnel starts splishing away. The last thing that you see is the body of the purple worm, just like hanging in the, they're in this tunnel all around it. And it's just kind of hanging there, its skin sagging, the gems within it are stuck within you, as are your allies right now. But you see suddenly these like piercing blue crystals, like the ones they have in their chest, shoot into the purple worm, and you see, just as your vision cuts away, its skin starts freezing.
Nice.
With that, you listen to the echoing of the cavern, and standing above the hole, bracing yourselves against the wall, Rex, Smilo, and Tynaricus Onyx Heart. You hear the slurring sound of the
I
tunnel.
like that sound.
It's as gross as you can imagine.
All right, guys, this is happening in real time. They've dropped before you. You're kind of looking around. This massive battle is now over. The beast gone. It's like the last few seconds are hard to like really wrap around your head around, and you are kind of dangling on this cliff overlooking this drop. No real good ground around you. You are kind of holding onto the walls. What do you do?
Is Vrali still around? Whatever.
All right, Brawley's gonna make a strength check. His eye strength, but he rolled a 5. So Brawley, you see he kind of looks at you. It's like he's bound to you inside. He likes the idea. You guys have kind of talked to him into like, let's make of the fact that us working together, it means something and do something awesome together.
Right.
No one will expect it.
Yeah. I'll never see that coming.
But you see as he kind of goes around, he tries to reach for you. His big giant stone hands grab onto the wall. But you can see because they're breaking now, he's not as strong as he was.
Shit.
So it's like you guys have helped him or else.
Kind of.
And so you see like his eyes lock in with yours. And he gives you kind of like a nodding, like it's like, here we go.
All right.
And drops down.
No,
You guys have
come
not
into
seen
me. Oh, we haven't seen him?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
May I just dimension door us up by these guys?
Yes.
Because they're all inside of me.
Totally.
So I'm just gonna like, oh no, this is so terrible. Anyways, just like zip it open, and then
They're all
we
like-
all go, this is the worst. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. What are we going to do?
It like follows the flow of them, but like it's just a door that like
Yeah.
moves perfectly with everything. Like, here's this door.
Yeah.
What does your dimension door look like? 'Cause last time it was like a big web.
It was because I was just trying to match the whatever the thing was that
Yeah.
like portal there, just because I wanted him to be fooled.
Yeah.
Fooled you. Fool. This because of how chaotic everything is around me. I do want it to literally just look like a door, like just a normal like like house door.
Yeah.
And then I just open it, but all these guys are all
But like a
inside of me.
colonial house door, like a now house door,
Yeah.
or like
A now house.
Now,
Now house.
like what is that eye hole thing?
one of
That's
them.
weird.
Yeah, fun. And then
It's
I
got
just
a
kind
ring
of go
on it.
inside. Yeah. Even more confusing, it has a glass window, but it doesn't show. Like it's not, like it's just a confusing situation where you're like, what? I don't know.
Why is there a glass? What is?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I kind
glorp
of
real estate.
utilized my glorp, my glorpian ties, my family ties to glorp to like just make it weird because it's funnier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of, you see, like you're all inside of me. It's just kind of crazy all around. And she just does a casual like, yeah, this is really bad, and then just reaches over and there's a doorknob there all of a sudden, and then just like opens it, it's a full like door, and then just up to these guys like.
And it's like you know exactly how far you have like
Yes.
500 feet,
Yes.
and so it's like you're just kind of like, let me get as much information about this as as you go down. You're like, interesting. This is such a strange, and then you're like, oh, I've got about.
Yeah. It's like while she's falling, she's like, oh, whoa, like I didn't realize that this went this far deep.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of cool. I've never been even this far underground,
Yes.
like around these parts. Like, oh, I should probably go. Everyone's scared now. I'll go. Yeah.
They're all pressed against your
They're
inside.
like, we're gonna die. Yeah. And then it's like just stepping out, just literally right next to them, like, hey, what are you guys doing? Yeah.
Yeah, you saw them as you went down, so you know the space.
I know where they are, yeah.
Yeah, and so you kind of describe, you're watching as Brawley's kind of like soup bowling down the bottom, and it's like, oh, and like just as the slurping sounds and the chaos and the screams stop, you're like, oh my gosh. And then you like look over and Gil's like,
Hey guys.
peeking down the hole too.
We're like still
at?
inside, and I'm
Yeah.
upside down. I'm like,
All goopy.
did you eat them?
Yeah. No.
no, we willingly got inside.
Oh, sorry, we couldn't see. We was hanging out here.
It's fun in there.
Everything is always consensual, and with that, I like shoot them out of me. Yeah. Into the wall.
You guys are kind of on this like kind of cavernous overlook. Again, it's like there's enough footings it holds, but yeah,
They're
it's
like
just
behind me into the wall. Behind me. Yeah.
You're just kind of like, but you are. It's like, hey, oh, cool. It's like this whole cavern area has kind of fallen in. There are the walls that go up to like the ledges that the battles took place on and stuff. So if you want to like get up to a certain spot, you can. Obviously, there'd be a skill check for that. But like you have many options at your disposal. You're not falling right now. The walls aren't caving down, so you have a little time. But you are all just kind of like posted up on the edge of this like face of this falling, crumbling tunnel.
I sure am glad you guys came back.
Yeah, welcome back.
We haven't exactly come up with a plan while you've been gone, so sorry.
Were we gone that long?
No,
Oh, okay. I got worried.
we just didn't think you'd be back so soon. We were just hanging out, literally. Me.
I'm like shaking my shoes off because there's still a little bit of like goo residue on it. I'm like shaking off my spider shoes and then like sticking it to the wall so I can like hold on to it a little bit better. I'm like, oh, cool, hanging around. Nice.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know if
I'm gonna
you've
get me
noticed.
some of them.
Yeah, no, you've used them before.
Oh, yeah.
But these magical shoes, these magical spider shoes that shimmy around. Clinging to the wall with no problem at all.
The little upside down walks.
I do like walking upside down.
Well, shall we get the fuck out of here? Or what do you guys
Yes.
think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I just goo away. I just go and start climbing up.
Yeah, you start going up. There was the ledge that Vio was on with that ballista. You see that even though she's kind of fallen off, there's like that broken pieces of it still kind of laying down. There was also 2 bolts on it, if you recall, with the sleep toxin on it.
Right.
It does only work on purple worms, but it was a thing that you guys created. As Gil, as you start kind of sliding up, your shoes make it relatively easy. How do the rest of you try to progress up?
I guess just
Gary's like, I'll take the stairs.
Oh no.
Just want to use it more.
we'll just climb, I suppose.
All right, give me. What about you? How would you like to get up there?
Can I hop back
Can't
in,
goo my
Gil?
way up there.
Okay, hop back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I hitch a ride? Yeah, I want to hop back in.
Oh,
if I
hop
can.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm, actually.
Yeah, we'll say one of you can ride inside Gil as far as like climbing up this stairs.
Nice. Dibs.
One at a
Someone
time.
called shotgun.
One at a time. Brian
Someone
fits.
called
Brian fits.
So when somebody that is like, because I think your character's tall, right?
Quite tall.
So,
Quite tall.
so Gil like it just kind of looks like you just don't have to move your body, but like Gil is just like big enough to be your outline, but like maybe like a little longer in the legs so you don't have to move your legs. But it's like just this like weird like outstretch of stuff.
It's like a morph suit.
Yeah, and then mind you, also there's like gemstones and weed. And
Yeah.
it's all over.
Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Hospitality.
I'm filled
It's
with
like a bath
gemstone.
bomb.
Yeah.
But you're in it. You're in the bath.
Exfoliating.
You're in it.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll be gooing my way up.
I'll be
back
right
up
in.
to some shit tornado.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Non-shit tornado.
Yeah.
You said you're going to climb?
I guess.
From
If it helps
check,
us
right?
both out, can I use the war pick?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
give us kind of a little fulcrum.
We'll do like a help action version of, you know what I mean? Like you help him by utilizing, again, you were raised by kobolds through these like tunnels and everything. This is an effective the type of weapon you use. So yeah, go ahead and make that with advantage, Drew. Athletics.
Hey. Athletics, you say? Well,
Oh, just Drew has to make it.
Yeah.
You gave him the advantage.
12 plus just my strength?
Yeah.
3.
Or, no, the acrobat.
Oh,
athletics.
I'm sorry, athletics. Oh, that's plus 7, so that's 19.
Oh, dope.
athletic guy. Okay.
You see, you're climbing up like behind Gil, and it's like you feel like you should be slipping. Your like
Right.
fingers are wet a little bit,
It's just-
but you
it's
grab
like-
on. Grab
But
on
it's
the
like
spot.
grippy.
Nice.
Gives you a little bit more
Yeah,
grip.
it's weird.
Got some Google gloves.
Yeah, Google gloves.
She's like, oh, it sticks nicer. Here we go.
Yeah, the thing you put your cell phone on in the car and it doesn't move around. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, good little grippy boy.
Creepy boy.
You guys managed to settle up, on this ledge. Again, the kind of broken pieces of that frost ballista that they had. It was demolished at the end of the fight, but there's enough of it there if you wanted to salvage it. You could. It is pretty heavy though. But there are also the 2 bolts there that have been tipped. The ballista bolts tipped with the sleeping stuff. Were you inclined to grab
But it
those?
only works on purple worms.
Purple worms.
Can we sell them later?
Well, yeah, there's other monster hunters that would definitely be interested.
These might be great
gonna be
leverage for
thrilled.
our friends.
Yeah.
They're just, some strangers are just friends you haven't met yet. Am I right, guys?
Right. Strangers.
You're kind of
People you
laughing, looking
sold
down.
shit to, yeah.
The like cool metal that it was crafted of. You see, it's still kind of emanating that cold, frosty, glow, just like their fire emanated cold rather than heat. And in this moment, as you guys are sitting on this ledge, you look over, your stone piece of hair is hanging down, but suddenly this kind of gust of air starts lifting up the hair around it. The stone, stays down, but the hole, but beneath you, you feel this like frosty air start coming up from the cavern below. You guys are up on this ledge. There's other tunnels and pathways and stuff, but you do start feeling that frost. You remember looking up in that moment of the freezing body of the giant purple nurple. Thanks, Drew. And you see, it's from that same location. You're familiar with this kind of cold. It is the magical cold of the Iceborne. But there is this kind of like building frequency of air that starts coming up. What do you do?
Oof. Well, I don't think that there's much to do in the rest of this temple because I don't think there's anyone left in here. So, I don't know if we should jump down in the goo or not, but
I just know we need that stone.
We do.
need that earth stone. Do we have eyes on Spooky TJ?
He went downward, so it was like he was kind of the one that pulled the plug that took the bottom out of the whole thing. And again, he didn't seem like being thrown around by it. He just kind of floated down. And so he's gone that direction. You guys aren't like falling and at the whims of this mud that's wherever it's going. Being where you are right now, there are ways down. You see the tunnel that just went beneath you, but this has given you definitely an opportunity to kind of regroup and kind of consider this. Now the frost is building. It's not like it's this huge ice blowing out, but you can feel that like that energy of the Iceborne is something is happening in this hole beneath you.
Gil was climbing their way up, then she stops and she's like, "Oh wait, we need that thing."
oh yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the reason we came here. So.
Like I kind of like step on the edge and I look down
Shit.
to try to see better and like see if I can see what might be coming our way.
You kind of glance down and you're like, blinking your eyes. It's like this so much has just happened. You just went through a magical gateway. You're kind of standing there walking up these, it's this big confluence of energy, and you're looking down. You can feel the frost kind of starting to blow on your skin like wind over a tundra. Your eyes are kind of watering for a moment, and suddenly you see the 3 dots that you had witnessed from below. It's 3 pairs of eyes, still rotating the same direction that they were originally. And then around them in the center of the circle, suddenly you see 4 eyes, kind of spinning in the middle, if you will recall the same amount that the purple worm had.
Oh.
They don't work, but they have them.
Right.
And so you see this kind of like corkscrewing circle of eyes at the center of the circle, the frost building up, that feeling of the sharp cold of deep winter, kind of starting to wrap around your skin as you look around. What do you guys do?
Looks like our friends might be coming back up at quite a force. Might be a little cold, guys. I feel like either we grab some jackets or we find shelter, maybe.
I didn't see a coat closet on the way in.
No, missed that one.
So, I guess we're supposed to just go after this earth crystal or whatever, right?
Gil just jumps off.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, sorry, Sylvia! Made the decision for us.
Yeah, you feel you're dropping faster with the heavy armor of. Shay, as you were kind of looking over the ledge, you suddenly just see as Gil and Syl.
Gil and Syl.
Floating beneath you. You see, in a moment, those lights, they all look up. And now there's the 4 eyes at the center and the 6 looking up. So that's a total of 10 blue eyes.
Yay!
For anyone who's keeping along, keeping count at home. As they all start kind of circling around each other. As you see, Gil and Sylvia fall.
I should have taken one of those ballista arrows with me.
The worm is dead.
But we can still sell them.
But then who are these guys?
That's the iceborns, right? They're like coming back up with the body of the worm because it's their trophy, is what I'm assuming.
Going.
So you see as you're kind of falling down into this tunnel, you see the blue eyes all looking at you. You see Skifnara picks up the frost blade, her blade of pure ice, and kind of channels that same magic that she was using to hold the worm in place, to stop them in kind of that center area. As you guys fall down, you fall into the frost aura around. You're kind of, it catches you without hurting you. You're kind of floating there. You see she stands before you, Skifnara of the Iceborn, her burning, ice blade emanating the mist that's kind of holding you in the air right now. Zix and Vio do not respond. You see the spinning worm in the middle kind of regaining life a bit as these living ice crystals are forced into its body. It appears they're making it one of the Iceborn. And so you see, that Skifnara has broken from the ritual for a moment, kind of like she did the last time, and like looks over at you.
Hey, baby!
So
What?
They're turning the purple worm into an iceberg?
Yes. As per your deal, for their assistance, as long as they were allowed the corpse of the purple worm.
Yeah, they wanted the corpse. Now we know why.
Well,
They
yeah.
wanted to make it one
They're
of
like, we're
them.
gonna get so many gems. Oh, they're not in there anymore.
Hey, baby!
She looks over at you. With what purpose have you interrupted our ritual?
I'm not trying to interrupt anything. I am merely just trying to find this stone totem.
Stone 'em.
Stone totem. I'm gonna keep going. You guys keep doing whatever you're doing. I'm not a part of this. That has nothing to do with me.
Don't mind us.
I'm just gonna go away. I'm just trying to. Don't mind me.
As they're having this conversation, I notice that they've stopped, and so I start sliding down, like using my shoes and the mud to like slide down and
Nice.
join you.
Yeah.
Like as you're talking to them, I'm like sliding my way down.
Eventually, like, and then you're also floating.
Yeah.
Just don't mind me. We're just making our way. Finish whatever you're doing. I don't care. I have nothing to do with that. Bye.
You see, she's all too eager to do so.
I don't
The
care.
mist that holds you allows you to be suspended there, but if you want to continue down, you would leave the kind of protective catch of that, however. Sure. You fall. Here, I'm going to roll because it'll be funny if you.
Oh no.
Nah, you're good. You see, fall down. Again, there was lots of turns and twists.
Yeah,
You kind
yeah,
of
I
land
go
yourself on the ground. You kind of feel Sylvia floating around inside of you. You're kind of like, they just keep going, and now she's like, looks over at you with the ice blade, like, why have you interrupted our ritual?
So I didn't realize the ritual was happening.
seemed obvious to us.
You know, I actually thought you were like going to help us down, and you were like being like a pillar to land on as we made our way down. So I really
misread this.
Yep.
I'm totally misread the situation. So what's happening right now?
We're doing
just
the
like
thing with the
doing
purple
a thing.
worm.
You weren't just going to sell it?
No.
What are you doing with it?
That's
It shall join the ranks of the Iceborn
Okay, like for good purposes?
for the purpose of the Iceborn.
Okay, is that like to help people? Helping committee sort of thing?
For a price.
Okay, I feel like I already paid prices for things. It's
Our task is complete. We slayed the beast, as promised.
Well, now you're like bringing it back to life though, right? Is that what's happening?
We slayed the beast, as promised.
All right, just make sure it stays a beast. And I jump back down.
It's like, she starts doing it again, like, No, what do you guys do? You see, like, this, you're still standing on the same ledge, like, wait, what just...
Can we ride the ballista bolts down? Use them as like toboggans?
Heck yeah, you can.
Of course we
Because
can.
if I heard Gil say, I wish we grabbed the ballista bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just want to
take
take
them
the
with
bolts
us.
with you?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we
cool.
can sell them, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
So
ride
we ride
them
those-
like little
so we ride
sleds on the
those bad
mud.
boys
Or
down.
if we see more purple worms, we can just stab them with
Kiss
it.
them with it.
Mwah.
Go to bed.
Just kiss them with it.
It's the go to bed stick.
It's a night stick.
Yeah, and that was, again, kind of created by your blacksmithing tools with your lore history knowledge. That was like something you guys built. So you guys grab them, they're big, thick, basically a ballista is just a giant crossbow. And so it's like these big, thick wooden poles. And you see, just like, you start running up and set it at the top of the hill. Just roll me both of you just for the telling of this story. This is just a straight dexterity check. Just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. And your proficiency.
11.
So 3?
Here we go.
So
All right, Mark, take me there. What does it look like when you hop on and start your descent?
Am I Mark or?
I was like,
I'm not
Mark.
Mark.
I was like, wait a minute. All these time jumps, I'm like,
lore right
but
now.
am I Mark?
Rex. Rex, you kind of step up. This is nothing too new for you. Again, kind of traversing earth tunnels and sledding, making your toboggans, dirt toboggans. Not too unfamiliar to you. You kind of grab this ballista, tilt yourself up at the top, and how's the ride go?
Does 11 work? Is that?
It does not work.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so yeah, DC 15. You guys are fine. Just make me a dexterity saving throw. I rolled really high. Both of you make a dexterity saving throw. Not check. This time add your save modifiers.
I just realized my strength is -2.
19.
That is definitely good enough.
Okay.
So what about you?
16.
60. Yeah, you guys cleared. So you do take 2 damage though. You're falling down. It would have been worse, but eventually you hit the mists. You see, as you guys are kind of like misting your way through, you look up and you see as Shamira starts leaving, suddenly these 2 ballistas stick in.
my
and
God.
Just like Skith is like looking around once more. They continue their way all the way through, and then you guys afterwards like drop it. You see Skith is once more, still kind of like, what are you doing here? Interrupting our ritual.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Oh, sorry about that. No, we was just following our friends.
They went that way.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the help.
Thanks for the help.
Other way.
Thanks for the help. And we're just gonna bolt.
Just like, Yeah, grab them. You could drop that. They did manage to survive, though. So, failures in those checks you
Yay.
could have lost.
I feel like, Rex probably tried to ride it. He tried to stand up on
Gene?
it and then, like,
Oh, no.
probably got a little heels overhead and then just
Yeah.
grabbed it the rest of the way.
the whole way down. Just like,
Got some skinned elbows.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it.
all right, you guys kind of drop out the bottom. Are you done with Skith?
Oh, yeah.
Again, she's like, okay, well, we're doing a thing.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You see
I'll
it's-
do the little dance on the way out, just
Yeah.
as like a little.
Again,
good
they do appreciate, there was a reverence in your, again, this was like a religion check that you had made to their actual ritual. And you see she kind of like looks down on you like, gives you the little nod for it. Again, it's like the Iceborn are not outrightly evil. This isn't like, you've given like an atom bomb to, a bad
Man,
But
Shay's worried about that.
Their motives are like virtually unknown. It's like they are a people that very little is known about. And so yes, as you kind of drop down, you see Gil standing there. Sylvia, are you still inside of Gil?
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah.
We have to have Gil checks now.
As you all kind
Who's
of
in Gil?
settle back down. Yeah, who's in Gil? We need that as a marker. You guys are back, at the base of this cave in front of you. There's you can follow the mud pretty easily to the direction that it went, but you do know that looming down this kind of network of tunnels, somewhere lies this figure that you saw grab that crystal. What do you guys do?
Is there any recent footsteps or things that
say,
I can find that would
investigation.
help us?
Give me a nature check for specifically
Nature.
tracks. If you want to just look for clues of what you can put together in front of you, that would be an investigation.
I'll do investigation.
Oh, good. I'm terrible at both.
16 plus an 11?
Okay, so a 27.
Holy shit.
We'll let the boss handle this one.
El Presidente.
That's why she's president.
So you're kind of looking around for clues rather than the traffic patterns or anything like that. Just looking for anything strange about this. It does seem odd that yet another chamber falls below. These tunnels are not dug out like those of the purple worm. They seem to have been mined. And you kind of start looking around at the networks around you. You feel like this may connect to some of the stuff that Durgo was talking about. That he's remember he was talking about this underground network of caves that he found this temple, the Shakenda temple. And so you're kind of looking around. It's this seems more attributed to the network of caves that the people that excavated this area made, rather than beasts and monsters.
Don't we have a bell or a whistle or something to call him?
Torch.
That's the one.
Yeah, I think you got the torch.
The Gil's got the torch.
Gil's got the torch.
And then Gil just spits it out onto the ground. yeah. Bing, 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 bing. It just makes some wood sound.
You guys want to light it? Your summoning of Durgo.
I mean, if he knows what's going on down here, I mean, that would help us.
You light the blue flame.
What's the magic word? Ado?
Yes.
Ado.
Ado.
You see the blue flame. Yeah, what was it? Ao?
Ado.
I even wrote that down.
You see suddenly
Wow.
this whir of magic as the part where you would hold is in your hand. You see this kind of gathering of magic. You see this weird mist emanates from the light, and it just goes down all these weird tunnel networks. You see them just back up toward the Iceborne, down around where the mud went, as well as these
It
other
interrupts
tunnels
their
that are caved
ceremony
off.
again.
For the love of God!
Oh, what now?
Where's the smoke coming from? Who's... God damn it!
Kind of drawing wind sound coming back toward you, and in a flash, the torch flashes light, and Durgo is standing there. You see his body still covered in soot. One of the Shadar Kai elves from the Shadowfell. He looks at you with kind of black eyes that stare up at you. A friend that let you into his camp before. That you guys are allies. You see, he's reaching out to grab for something, and he's like, "Oh wait, oh, you used the torch."
Chim Chim Chiru, what's up with the ash all over
Are we
you?
preparing for battle?
We actually already killed the beast.
Oh, so it's dead
Yeah.
for ever.
Well, you know what? I'm actually not super sure about that. I'm kind of slightly concerned.
You should
No,
go
no,
ask
no,
that lady
don't
up
worry about
there.
it.
It's like,
We've actually.
She loves it when you ask questions about what's going on.
It does. We moved past that, so it seems like we've reached some. No. Focus. Hi.
it's cold.
Yeah, it must be. Would you like a hat?
Yes, I would love it.
I don't have one. So temples.
It's with the jackets we don't
sorry.
have.
I'm so sorry. I'll make you a hat later. I promise. These tunnels were in. I will make it. Write it down.
Nothing.
Oh no. Darn it.
Break his heart.
I don't want to hurt people too many times. I'd like to point out that we seem to be in an area that you mentioned. These tunnels seem more people-made versus animal-forged or worm-created. And we've summoned you to see if you knew anything else to help.
He's looking around. He's like, yes, I have traversed these tunnels. That strange temple, odd magics buzzing about. See here. And he kind of puts his hand on one of the stones, and as he does, you see these runic lights light up beneath them. Some old sigils of magic. Wizards. I fear going in the temple myself. Dangerous magics. But every now and again I feel a draw to it. Dormant before. A quiet place. I would sit near it and read books and poetry. Now, It makes my skin burn when I get too near. Does that ever happen to you guys?
No.
You know, my skin always kind of just feels burning. I like show him all my scars.
Oh my God.
Long story.
She's been through a lot.
That's why she's the
She's the
president.
boss, yeah.
President.
Yeah.
I'm going to receive a hat from the president.
Yep,
Glorious.
you are.
I look forward to it.
I know.
So there goes a drow?
No, he's a Shadar Kai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's actually like an elf from the Shadowfell.
Okay. I misunderstood that. And so he's drawn to this temple only sometimes?
Yeah, so he has been like kind of living down here. That's why they call him Durgo of the Deep. And so he's kind of like scouted a lot of this stuff out. Remember he had mentioned to you guys that there was this weird temple, this like wizard's temple that like there was strange magic. You guys had bigger fish to fry at the time. But he's saying this is like related to that. These tunnels, these networks that were dug, were excavated by a group of wizards seeking this knowledge of the Shekinda.
So at some point they lead to this temple that he's talking about.
Yes.
And that's probably okay. Well, they took the earth elemental thing from us. Do you think they probably are taking it to this weird wizard temple?
It would sound like a story. Take the magic stone to the wizard's temple.
Do the,
Yeah, that sounds like a
Like a song.
like it should be part of like a
Start
tabletop
to the
role
wizard's
playing.
temple. To the wizard temple.
I say to you,
There it is.
I offered my aid and I shall give it. I am a man of my word.
You can always just give us another torch. For when
Not that. That's something pretty cool still. It's just like every time he's just about to do something. What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
we just keep that
Can't
torch.
do you get to just disappear back to where you were, or do you have to just
walk. I don't give a lot of them out.
What were you doing?
I should leave one where I am and have somebody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
well,
though,
next
it's
time.
better that we called
Yeah.
you now instead of when we get really far away and then you'd have to walk back home.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, if anything, we're just down.
Yes,
don't
deep.
look up,
I
though.
like it deep.
Oh.
Be sure to talk to those three on your way out, though. They love it. They love it.
He looks up and he's just like. He sees this, his breath starts frosting as he looks forward as the cold is kind of pushing down. He's not.
Okay, bye!
Come help us. Wait, no,
Wait,
help
He's
us.
like,
Tell us
yes.
where to go.
The tunnels ahead can be
yes.
perilous. There are beasts that live down here. Here. You see, he kind of rolls up these bundles and he's like, unzip these. If you hear the croaks of the frogs. He hands you 2 satchels. You feel them, it's like there's like buzzing around the inside. You feel like whoa.
Just a
The bee bag.
He's like,
There's a
"Yeah,
sack
open 'em."
full of bees.
He's actually just a mean guy. He's like, summon me and I gave him a bunch of
Yeah, I hate frogs. That's why I put bees on them.
that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
We suddenly start hearing My Girl play. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
Where are his glasses? I can't see without his glasses. I have dark vision.
Cully
So
Crocus.
twisted.
So yes, you see Durgo.
Ah, nice.
Oh, that kills. You see Durgo, he's looking around and trying to like, I guess I have to climb back. No, there's a tunnel. You see, he's like, my tunnel would be this way if you're looking for the fastest path. And he tells you kind of not the way that the mud went. He's like, this would lead you the way that he goes, where he used to read his poetry. There is a bridge that crosses forward, and
Like a shortcut?
And the
Yeah.
temple's over there?
Let's head him off at the pass.
Yeah.
Good plan. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Durgo.
Thanks, mate.
I borrow a pick or like some rope.
Oh,
I didn't. My bag was next to me and it didn't come with me.
I have rope. Rope is part of my inventory, so I give him my rope.
He's like, thank you.
You're welcome. Wait!
Yeah.
I tie it into a hat.
Rope hat.
Rope hat!
Consider yourself helped, my friend.
Now you're paid back.
Because he's just like so touched, like, oh, from the president. Maybe I don't need to stay so deep. Starts climbing up
You're a
the
deep
side
guy.
over to
You're a
his little
deep guy.
tunnel.
Can we borrow your torch if you're not using it? We won't use it to bring you
Not the
back.
magic one, no.
Just
Right.
to light on fire.
Yeah.
Right,
Light
just for
torch.
light.
Yeah, you see.
We can still use the torch, but we just won't see the
Yeah,
magic.
just the
one.
magic part of it is gone. It
It's like
does
halfway
operate.
climbing up, like, no!
We didn't realize we could do that again.
Neither did I. Oh, this
It's
is
just a
troubling.
test. Sorry.
Sorry. Whoopsies.
So yes, you see, if there's anything else you need from him, he's prepared to go his way, and you can see he does not want to go the way he told you to go.
Well then, perfect. Let's
Well, we should go.
Let's
We
do
should
it.
go there then.
then let's go to there.
Venture forth.
He's missing out.
All right,
Sally tally forth.
you guys are kind of walking through these, again, of the tunnels. They seem the most stable of any ground you've been on in some time since you went off of the road that you followed with the Shale Soul and stopped at Durgo's camp in the first place.
Does
You're-
the wall or the mud look weird at all, or does it just look like normal?
Yeah, it has, after having seen that kind of magical aura activate, this is going to be whoever has the highest, or whoever is trained in Arcana can make an Arcana check.
Tex Arcana?
Little Tex
I was
Arcana.
gonna say
I have
that's.
it in a 3.
No, I mean I can give it a roll because it's fun.
I was gonna say I get a
It's
plus
gonna go very well.
0.
Gil, you're trained in Arcana.
Yeah.
But it's only a +3 though.
Yeah,
like
just if
me.
you're trained, you can make the roll. If not, you can't.
Well, I got a 17, so +3 makes it dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty pound.
I'll smoke on a dirty.
Okay.
I smoke
Why
on
not?
dirty.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You write
Smoke
the
on a
rules here,
dirty.
guys.
I smoke
Guys, we
for rope
smoke
hat.
weed.
Good old rope hat.
So Gil, you have studied much of the history of the world, having lived through almost all of it, the world of Ganjaria. And this magic, these rune stones that you saw activated, they don't match anything quite that you've seen in your travels.
Yeah.
But as you kind of plasmoid the wall, it's like these little runes start glowing, and it's like they're almost singing a melody to you. And again, you're kind of like your bardic knowledge of lore. You're starting to fuse the sound of these runes as they kind of echo in the caves around you. And you're kind of piecing together the song that it is singing. And it is this song of redemption. It's like the vibe that you get
thought
from
it was a theme from
this
Jeopardy.
cave as you go downward. There is magical energy around you, but you don't quite know the effect that it is having.
Cool. Song of Redemption. Okay. Fun. Great. So I am gonna be making my way down the way
Down?
that he told us to go.
Walking
let's go.
fast.
Yeah, go ahead and give me,
Faces faster,
whoever wants to make it, this is going to be a stealth check. This will be the party stealth check, just to see if you've been able
Oh,
to
well, I'm gonna let the rogue probably handle that one.
get by.
Every time, guys.
No!
I do a group stealth check. I roll a fucking 1.
Way, dude!
Never let me do the group ones again.
Ah, you're killing me.
Man.
That is a shit crit.
Shit crit.
God, that's great.
I'm
We were just
so
like, it hadn't
stealthy,
happened.
but every time I do it for the group, fail.
I rolled a 16.
All right.
But it's fine.
You guys are, going down these tunnels, and again, you've been warned by Durgo that there are these creatures that live in the tunnels. Every now and again, you'll hear a little skittering sound. You look over, nothing there. Maybe rocks still settling. This landslide that had just flown, through this area. You're kind of looking around, and Shay, you're walking, and suddenly you hear.
Oh, God.
Oh, good, the frogs.
Oh, good.
You hear these croaks. As they start getting closer and closer in sound to you, the wall starts shaking a little bit. You feel these vibrations as this large sound wave starts shaking the walls around you. Now, they're not right on top of you right now, but you hear this sound flowing through. What do you do?
Zachary!
Open the sacks up.
No. I'm not making that choice for everybody, no.
There are two, so
Got
there's
2, right?
yeah.
We could open 1.
But what if there's
till they
no
get
one
closer?
here? Yeah, I would imagine we'd have to see
Yeah,
them.
we'll wait.
Wait.
I'm
I'm gonna keep going in the direction
Yeah,
that I
keep going.
need to
I don't
go
mean
in.
wait,
Yeah.
stay here. I mean, hold off on releasing whatever's in the zippies.
Yeah.
I hear
Because-
the croaking, I hear the reverberating, and I want to somersault out of Gil.
Sylvia jumps out.
Lands like a superhero with like one
Sound waves make all the little splattered goos like
Yeah.
as you hop out. You look down in front of you, and this reverberation, this kind of sonic wave is somewhat familiar to you, and just in the sense of like how powerful this is. This is something from a large creature that's coming this way. You guys kind of look down these tunnels as they form in front of you, the glowing runes kind of illuminating this tunnel that stretches out in front of you. You have a little bit of the torchlight suddenly blotting out this 20 by 20 foot tunnel that you guys are walking through. You see this giant frog.
Oh, God.
You see it's got this like weird eye that's like staring off in all directions as his head goes the other way. And this huge spiked tongue. You see it's just like hanging out of its mouth. Vibrating like a bell. Its big neck that's spreading out. You see it starts looking around, it's like it's using the vibrations to hear like a bat would. What would you do?
Can I put one of those little bee sacks on an arrow and shoot an arrow at the tongue?
Dude, heck yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say if you want to hit just the tongue, I would say make it disadvantage. So roll 220 and take the lower. Or if you just want to shoot at him, cool, you can just do it a normal.
I'll just shoot at him.
Cool.
Okay. So 20.
I'm getting high tonight.
So 26.
Yeah, touch that flame.
All right, well that's good enough to see have hit the tongue now. So you see, you kind of like you kind of focus. Again, this is like you guys haven't seen like the marksmanship of Gil. And so suddenly you pull the bow out. Remember the bow is like magical, so the string of the bow frosts in front of you.
So 6 plus 2
All right,
plus 1d4 for frosting.
that's that sweet frosting.
2.
So 10.
Yeah, 10.
Sweet. 10 damage. You see you shoot it, and then you hit the tongue right in the bell. Boom, and it pushes it up, and it lands in its own mouth.
With the little bee sack on it, yeah.
And then you see his frog with bees, and frogs with bees in his mouth. When he belches, he shoots bees at you. You see, the vibration of the bell does not stop. It's like it's active beyond just the control of this frog-hemoth. You see, its whole body starts shaking.
Oh,
And
wait,
then,
is that the crit damage?
what's that?
Did I crit because I got a 20?
Oh yeah, on a 20 you would do double dice. So any dice.
Oh, Grim.
That's right, it wasn't
Grim.
crit. Not just the
Thanks,
effect of the
Thanks,
tongue.
Scream! So double the d6 and double the d4?
Yeah, so another d6, another d4.
So
Dang.
1 plus 2 and then 4 as the d4.
So 4 and 3?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So 7. Boom, boom. So 17 total.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, you shoot it, blast it inside. Its tongue goes into its giant, engorged neck. It starts vibrating, and as the bell resonation stops, a new one begins. You see it's like, and as it opens its mouth one more time and the vibrations start pushing out, you see this like swarm of bees. Starts coming out of its mouth. The eye is like freaking out, just swinging around. It starts banging itself into the side of the cave's wall and just takes off the other direction. He's like, I need my glasses. Because he can't see without his glasses. Get my girl, sucker.
Damn.
So yes, you see this frog hemoth turns and is fleeing from you. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want, but it is actively running away from you.
Great. Is it going in the direction we need to go?
Yeah, it continues on down the tunnel you were going down, but you could always take
We'll
another.
catch up with it.
Yeah,
guess.
we'll just keep going. Great
He'll be
job,
real happy
Gil.
to see us, I'm sure. After we
All
shot
right.
bees in his
We got a
mouth.
whole nother blanket of bees if he.
That's true. You're
If he's
like
got
looking down
something
the
to say
other
about
one,
it.
like, make sure you pop that. Yeah, you've got one more bag of bees. Now, unfortunately, because you did roll a 1, we do need another stealth check.
I'll do it this time.
Hot rolls over
you
there.
roll-
I refuse.
I know, I'm like,
Then it's just like big water. Big water bought out all the 20s and 1s.
There we go. Yeah, I'll do a big water.
16 plus 6?
Nice, 22.
Yeah.
You kind of like, as you guys are like going down this tunnel, you hear that same frog hemoth has seemingly gone off to like one of these side tunnels where he's like dug a little den for himself. And he's just trying to work it out.
dying?
You know what I mean? He's just
out.
trying to work it
Oh,
out. He's going through his grateful list, thinking about all the times he helped people today. He's taking a hot bath.
Cleaning his bathroom.
Yeah, he's cleaning his bathroom,
scary movies.
watching scary
Sometimes you
movies.
Have that bees in your mouth kind of day where you
yeah.
just need to.
Yeah, he's probably
he's-
just dying at the
Yeah,
same
seems-
time.
yeah, he's in a
Because
bad
I would
way.
imagine
Just-
bees are just doing
This is like what Gil sees.
I've been
like,
stung
that's
enough
all. He's just in his little house having the best time.
Yeah.
And you're just going, the last dying cries of a
It
frog
sucks,
hemoth.
by the way. Getting stung on the inside of your mouth. It sucks a lot.
Fuck that.
It's only happened to me twice.
Ugh, that's
Yeah.
too
Fool me
many.
once.
Yeah.
Shame it's stung on you.
Yeah, but the second time was a yellow jacket. The first time was a bee. The second time was a yellow jacket. It just kept
Oh,
I
yeah, they
tried
don't stop.
digging it out. It was not wanting to come out.
Why are you
crazy.
trying to kiss
You
Yellow
didn't bring it here, did
Jacket?
you?
I love nature.
He's out there like,
Come here, little guy.
Let me kiss
keep
you.
telling him to stop, but he doesn't listen.
I'm gonna give you the tongue.
All right, so you guys, navigate your way through these tunnels. The crying groans of this frog hemoth that you guys have successfully navigated away from are behind you in the tunnels as you go, and you come up upon this kind of cracked crevice before you. You see the earthy ground in front of you leads to this kind of slit on both sides, rock formation in front of you, and there's this glowing, magical, vibrant energy, similar to when you walked into that other temple. There is this strange bubble of magic that is once more centered around this location. All of you, no fools to adventure. As you start walking, you feel that weird feeling in your stomach starts happening again. That strange time wobbliness that you experienced when you went through that last barrier. This time, keen to it, you guys are more aware of it, but it does appear that this location is also kind of shrouded in this weird time bubble. What do you guys want to do?
Well, it's not like we're gonna turn around.
Right.
So
I mean, we came this far already. Shot bees in a frog's mouth. So I mean,
Guys, if I disappear, I just want you to know that it's been an honor. 'Cause the last time this happened, I disappeared. So I'm a little nervous. Just in case. Just it's been an honor, and I'll try to stay mind-linked. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
Right.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, also, I'll make sure I remember to not make you invisible either this time. Did you want to be invisible?
I mean,
I
but
can
I
do
might
it.
want not yet,
Right.
but maybe.
So I
maybe
can
hold on, hold on.
Warming one up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little maybe on it. Let's pin that. I grab Gil's hands. Let's pin it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I may need that.
Okay.
But let's.
I'm here for you when you're ready.
Thank you.
Do all of you want to get inside me and we touch this blob?
I did like it inside.
I think that's safe, right?
Yeah.
Let's all get inside
Yes.
Gil.
Whatever.
They fit. It's canon. You guys all fit inside Gil.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Instead of a
Start
carriage,
dipping
it's
a toe
just
in.
Gil.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just Gil.
We'll give Gil a spin. That's fine.
Yay! Take for a test drive. Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to touch this thing? You want to put some hands on it? Let's lay some hands on it.
Let's do it. All of our hands are inside your goo, and you're the goo hand on top of all of our hands, and we touch it.
You all kind of reach out, you're touching this bubble, and then all at once, this gray old hand sticks out. Really
Ew.
dark
what it
skin,
used to be.
tanned in the desert for a long time. Has these strange bangles and rings. It reaches out. It's this withered hand, but it's kind of glowing in magical energy.
Oh, Ray.
You hear a voice. There's always been 5, and there shall always be 5. You see, he pulls it on the hand. We have a raid right now. So yeah! Down, bound. Thanks for the raid. Boom, boom, boom. Ladders up to our friends. I missed who it's from. Let me see here. Cinderblock Sally, thanks for coming in. Oh my goodness. I was watching just some great homebrew reviews, man. Awesome guy. Definitely check him out. Thanks for bringing your party our way.
Oh yeah.
You guys, we are going through some magic barriers right now. So once again, this hand kind of reaches out and grabs the combined hand of all of you inside of Gil and pulls you through that weird barrier of time. The sight in front of you is still the same, this cavernous opening. But as you feel that inner thing inside you where you're kind of stepping out of the line of pure time in this moment, you look forward and the kind of glowing magical energy stops. Whatever is beckoning to you from beyond this cave crevice is not beaming with magical energy as it was only moments before. But standing in front of you is this dark, tan-skinned man. He's robed in these purple and gold wrappings. He has the honest look of a merchant. You see he's got this big staff in his hand, and he looks over at your weapon, Tynaricus, at this, this giant golem's hand. And you can't help but realize, from your grandfather's stories,
This is the guy.
it's Ubaru.
Yeah!
Welcome to the 5. You must excuse me, I've gone a little mad. You are the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5.
Yeah, we're at 5.
There are 5.
I mean, yes.
We
Nailed it.
are
Got it.
5.
Mathematically, that checks out.
we are the helping committee. Do you need help?
Always. I tried to help once. That might be what got us here. Here, let me show you. You see he starts waving his hand around and kind of like prestidigitations or mage hands. As he kind of wipes his hand, these like magical streaks start forming around the cave walls around him. He kind of chuckles to himself as if he's very pleased to be doing so. But you see he starts painting out figures on the cave wall. This, familiar to you, of course, the great, the strong Tynaricus onyx hat. Oh, one blade of virtue, the other blight. You see he draws the double-sided weapon that your grandfather was legendary for. He starts smearing with a blue paint on the wall. The rider of the waves, Bruno, the serpent slayer, and her friend. He draws the perfect little Dracodile. Like, you just love it. You want to kiss it. It's good to see you again, Brian. And Brian here, he fits. You see, he goes about sprawling and smearing his hands on the wall. These other figures he does not name, but he stops and he looks around at you. Who are you? Why do you try to steal Ubaru's secrets? And he starts wiping them off the walls.
No, we're not here to steal your secrets, man. We were in like a temple, and then some weird shit happened.
Here.
And then you grabbed us and pulled us through the thing. That's why we're here.
Yeah, how do we know you're not trying to get our secrets?
Yeah.
I would like your secrets.
We would like your secrets.
A trade.
You first.
I suppose we could barter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Secrets. Secrets get us into trouble.
Not always.
Had I told them the truth, it could have gone a different way.
Secrets don't have to be lies.
Told who the
Secrets can
truth,
be
and why are we
truths.
whispering?
I
Your
have a
grandfather.
secret. You guys are my friends.
That's not a secret. I knew that already.
All right, now your turn.
Friendship. That was their gift too. 5. There is always 5. 1, 2. Oh, a journey, a story. And he starts doing the exact same thing again. He smears out the drawing. Tynaricus onyx art.
Yeah.
Draws the weapon. Again,
Right.
starts the sea waves. And by the time he starts drawing the third character, what are you doing? Why do you try to steal my secrets? You see, he starts wiping it all away.
Ubaru.
Ubaru.
Gil's starting to pick up what's kind of going on here just with the Tynaricus thing. What about Real? Yeah, what about...
Should I say citizens? He was so surprised when I told him, but he did it. He fused. Old blood in that elf. I can smell his magics nearby.
He taught me how to shoot a bow.
A frost bow.
This one!
The iceborn.
Stuck in it. There's no string on it. Like, I don't know.
Only when it's like, it could be like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I was like, this is just a stick.
Yeah. Gotcha. You thought that's called scene work. Anyways.
You see, he pulls out this like little notebook that he's got. He's like pouring through the pages. And then he points something to you, and it's this blue crystal, sharp, just like what you had just witnessed piercing the skin of this crystal. And he goes, does this have something to do with that?
Are you calling me a that? I'm a person.
The ice.
Oh yeah, I got it from some iceborne folks. Yep. I got this bow from one of them.
Then perhaps he has succeeded.
In burning down every orphanage, because it seemed like what he was like on his way to do
did
when
seem
I
like
met him.
I thought this.
I only knew him for a
They
little
love
bit.
doing
I
that.
met him after the first one. Could you believe that?
Oh wow.
First one.
No, he did that a lot.
Who the fuck is this guy?
He taught me how to shoot my bow, or just a bow.
He hung out with
An
my
arrow.
grandfather. And
Bird
he
children?
saved the world.
No, just orphanages. It's a building. It's like a orphanage.
It's where, like
Kids are?
children who have lost their parents have gone through like a really hard time. They all get together and share all their misery together. He would go around burning those down.
As one of those
make-
former children, that terrifies me.
Well, they weren't in there, I think. I only ever heard of him burning
I was
them
told
down.
not a lot of
I never
checking
heard of him
around
killing
was
an
done.
orphan.
Well, that's nice.
So
But orphanages is another matter.
Just the buildings.
Wait,
Great.
who are you? Why are you trying to steal my secrets?
Hey, wait, who are you? Why are you trying to steal our secrets?
are we doing this again?
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 5.
Gil's just sitting
And
there trying to remember
friendship.
the other ones. The other members. So you talked with Thoricus.
Tuna smooth hands.
Onyx heart draws it.
Brunor.
The sea serpent.
Sea serpent.
What about Tuna smooth hands?
I never met. Oh yeah, Tina was one of those.
You see his thumb turns this bright green.
He's like,
And he draws a smile. And then a heart. And you see the form of the green lady appear on the wall. Yes, Tina smooth hands. Smoothest hands in the world.
I've heard that.
More. 2 more. The other ones.
Her brother, David.
Half brother. And you see, like, puts his thumb, and as he goes to paint with the same color green, it turns this, like, crackling black and red. And you see, he draws out the red death mask of Divot the Death Dealer. That you,
Well, someone knew him. I kind of know him.
Divot. And the last. You see, he, like, starts trying to draw the figure. You can't quite make it out. Sit. No. Who are you? Why are you trying to take my... He's going to try washing him off. What do you do?
Can I just start a... We had a really good powwow after one of our wins. Just kind of, give him some...
Oh, have him.
What's the word for that? Is there a word for that?
Joshing?
John?
For old Luke over here. He's kind of loop, so I mean...
Yeah. I need a Josh check.
Oh.
Who's doing it? It's one roll.
You do it because you're initiating.
You're the
it.
Josher.
Joshing right now.
Yo, Ubaru has been around some of the greatest Joshes of all time.
Oh my
It's true.
God.
It's one of the original Joshes. Oh.
You see all the paintings of the people from the prologue are like, what the heck? You're bad. You're bad at this. You're bad. You see, suddenly he turns around and looks at you guys. You try to distract me. You want my secrets. You must go beyond. You see, he points back through that crevice. The other of my order, they kicked me out, made me banished. I may have gone mad.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Are you in here all alone?
Didn't you have a golem to keep you company for a while? I mean, obviously something happened to it.
You see,
Got his hand right here.
trying to go through the annals. Now, if you recall, there was a brief little lore drop in season 2 that Ubaru ended up trapped in the Shadowfell and spent thousands of years there. And so you, in that moment, narratively, you get the slight of him trying to remember all of what he has experienced. And he goes through, and finally you see his eyes, they soften as if like the kind of madness is curbed around the edges. And he looks up at the fist, and it's adornedly, it's like mounted admirably upon, it's not just like shoved in.
Right.
And so you see he kind of looks up, and one single tear grows in his eye. I fought alongside them once.
The 5?
Yes. And we saved the world. Or so I thought. We didn't know. We didn't know our sister was working against us. And we handed her everything she needed. We must redeem ourselves. See, he keeps looking at it, as if like the madness is trying to grab him again. But as long as he stays fixated on the fist, he's seemingly still salient. I did not bring you here, but I am glad you are here. 5 there are. Always 5. Again, he's like trying to be pulled away, but he keeps staying on. The challenge before you is perhaps too much. But it calls of you to be who you need to be. Who are you?
I'm Gil.
Gil.
I like slowly approach him and kind of reach out and put my hand on his arm, and I go, "We're the helping committee. We're here to help, as it seems like you are also someone who wants to help. And at that time, you did the best thing that you thought you could do. And now you've learned that there's more to do, more to help."
More to help.
Here's the sign-up form.
Trying to do it that way.
Hey, saving the world's pretty cool. You tried it once, might as well try it again, right?
I think that the world will always need saving. We'll save it time and time again. And it's coming together and creating the helping committee that'll help us continue to save the world.
Together. Here. You see, he reaches inside of his, tattered robe, and he pulls out this sigil. It's this little arcane crest, like a circular disc that's got the same markings of the runes that you saw illuminated. He's like, "This is the sign of the Shakinda. It will bear you through the door." See, he hands it to you. You can feel it's definitely magical. You don't know what kind of magic, but you kind of feel this ancient magical energy as he hands it to you. "The place beyond." And he points through that crevice, where that glowing light was before you enter the time barrier. "It will lead you to where you need to go." Who are you? Why are you trying
We're
to
not trying to
my-
steal your secrets. All right. Thank you for the.
Would you like to hear about a Lord
Hold on,
who
I just
Savior
want to know
Jesus
something.
Christ?
I need to know something.
He looks at the staff again.
So I know Thoricus. Hi. Hello. I've met Real. I've heard of Divot now. The Death Dealer.
He seemed pretty surprised by that. Like, as he was painting it, he was, "What?"
Yeah. Tina Smooth Hands. I only met 2 of them. I don't know all of them very well. He said there were 5 of them.
I've only heard stories from one of them.
5. Your grandfather.
Mm.
A wild man when I first met him.
Well.
But a wise man when I last left him. He battled the Blightbringer in the temple at the birth of the new world. Something changed in him. Something I sense even here. You are his blood.
Well, I think so. I mean,
You're not sure?
I was
Have
always
you never met him?
I was always told that I was by him, so I don't think he wastes his time. He doesn't look like a guy who likes to waste his time.
Oh.
No, he doesn't.
So
No, he's really not.
I don't think he just
But
wastes
he'll
his
eat
time
anything.
talking to his grandson who has an accent that I can't stand. So
He did always hate that accent.
He does. He hates
he's
it. It's one of the
racist
best ways
against
to annoy him.
It is, yes.
I say I
Oh, flipping
can't
a
help
coin?
it.
Flipping a coin? He
The way
hates
to
flipping
get
a
at
coin.
him.
But yes, I am his blood.
Real, you have spoke of.
Yes.
He must still be alive. I feel his magics. Strange.
He's an intense guy. We just happened to run into each other. I was in this village, and the village was on fire, and I come up, and I'm trying to maybe help these people, but he was running a drill. So I think what he does now is he teaches people what to do in time of an orphanage fire, so that he can set them on fire, but then promptly teach people
Used in knowledge.
how to put it out.
Yes,
That
yes.
makes me feel a little bit better.
He's helping. He's helping.
He's helping.
helping.
That's nice.
Nice,
He's also a
actually.
very intense
nice.
man.
Is that helping still?
We're all helping our own way.
That's a serpent
This is Serpent.
Oh, Bruno.
Brunor.
destroyed
Prince.
before my eyes. I saw a friend cry. The skin peeled from his bones. The Dracolich.
Oh.
He must still be somewhere. He starts drifting a little bit.
Oh no! Look at the fist.
Oh.
Nope. Look at the fist.
I see a bee.
All right, well, we will catch up with you later. We're gonna keep going on.
Forget not the crest.
I have.
It is the key to what you seek.
Okay.
Okay.
He hasn't wiped off the paintings. Did we stop him this time?
Not yet.
I want to take that kind of in. It's all been sort of like fairy tale for me. It's like apparently they dealt with Colonel Mac forever ago. Well, you know, that's all I've heard of these people, but now getting these kind of renditions of them.
Yeah, and it's, as all of you, anybody who's traveled even a little bit realizes, like the stories told are told with their subtle variations as you go. The lessons that have been passed down. As this moment, as you're kind of looking around the walls, you kind of get this like WeeDnD flashback of that kind of like that last moment. That moment bringing the tear of the ancients together in the temple. As Brunor reaches out and is obliterated, but also takes her foe with her, the battling axes of Tynaricus and the Blightbringer. Again, Lavinia at the time, working with the Demogorgon, kind of news to you all is that shadow, that creeping black, started reaching out toward the pearl, and it was the frozen hand of Queen Mab that set off the action. As the army of the Fellsworn turned their backs on the realm of men, and the ferocious five, came to try to save the universe. Mab had her play. None of you really could have comprehended what she had you doing, or any of them knew. But in this moment, that moment is what you feel as you look at these paintings around the wall, as if he is trapped in that moment, watching Brunor be eviscerated by a disintegration spell, exploding the rod that took you out. Watching as Brian, shed so many tears that his skin peeled off and he became a skeletal Dracolich and flew away, grabbing the corpse of Brunor, as, what remained of the disintegrated parts of Brunor. It's a little pile of dust.
Some legs.
Out, just spread into the ocean.
Yeah.
And so, but just, flying out, you see the twins, the two children of Shren Oldbuck, Divot and Tina standing there gleaming in divine energy. But these are the stories of the legends of the world that you guys all stand on. Gil, you more than anybody have seen all the variations of this. Some praise the Ferocious Five as the greatest heroes ever that, ascended the mountain and stopped everything from being completely destroyed. And, those that remained, Tynaricus, coming back into the new world, have had an impact on the survival rate of the races of men. It didn't necessarily go as planned, but there isn't a land you can go to where that same story isn't told the opposite way. That it was the Ferocious Five that gave the tear of the primordials to Queen Mab and created the fractionation that created the world you all live in.
Yeah, there's people that blame them for it in a bad way too. It all just kind of depends how it shook out, or like if they're like are super into like how it was back in the day, right? Like glorifying like it was never like this when like. A lot of us were around. It fucking was like, so yeah, there's just a weird thing about that as well.
In that, with your lore knowledge, it's like Shekinda. Like, it's a word that is like oddly missing from every bit of lore you've ever read.
Right.
Almost magically. That it would appear, again, the five being led by the prophecy of the Shekinda.
Right.
Perhaps it was the knowledge of the Shekinda. And so in their attempt, the last actions of the remaining Shekindas, the powerful group of wizards.
Well, I figured that was the group that was down here digging around, was the Shekinda wizards, like the one that we found in the graveyard. Was the jewel
Yes.
we got.
And they have managed to wipe the Shekinda from lore. You have never read of this term. But now you look at this arcane sigil, this magical sigil of theirs that is said to give you access to whatever lies beyond.
Okay.
You see, Ubaru looks, prophecy. That was the problem. No choice. No decision written by old wizards like me.
Oh, you're a wizard?
I was.
Cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. You are
Who
cool.
are you? What are you doing trying to steal my secrets? This time he does go to wipe them off the wall.
Okay.
Oh, nuts.
They get a pretty good look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I touch his shoulder again, and I go, prophecy can be changed. And we all have choices we can make. and I take one of my rings off. That don't do anything, but I see that he likes rings, and I give him one.
You see, he takes it. I would give you a fair price for this ring. I was a merchant.
Huh.
I led the merchants.
Do you need weed?
Dude, some weed would be.
Okay, cool.
Language.
Dude, some
okay,
weed would
okay.
be tight.
All right. So you break out the guns. Which one do you want to use?
Okay. What are we dealing with here? We're doing
NGL, some weed would be tight.
What? We're probably going to be getting into some business. Let's just do what would be great for him. I think White Widow's just always good to go
I mean, it's
with.
always good to go.
Yeah,
Always
cure
good.
spells,
If you were
reroll.
trying to smoke me personally, that's how you'd get my bonus. Yeah.
So yeah, Gil just like takes out a little bit of stuff. It's like dry, like weirdly dry, like stuff is.
I thought it would be wet.
Yeah, you'd think that, but he like plays it into Ubaru's hand.
You see, he like takes it with his hand. He makes a pipe. Loads it inside with a great efficiency. Like this is not a man who hasn't been around it before.
Yeah.
You see, he turns and lights. Well, I mean, I have weed right here. Why don't
Oh, look at that. We do have
there.
weed. Right there. Look at
That's a
that.
Boobaroo.
You see, he's like, as he smokes some of this ganja. And again, the world magic of the world of Ganjaria, which creeps its way through the roots of this ganja plant, created, brought by Queen Mab to be the facilitator of magic in this world. Suddenly, you see, he walks over to the Brunor painting. And he starts redoing it again. And suddenly, you see an additional moment of that arc. You see the Dracolich, his skin sheds behind him, and he scoops up Brunor. And as he flies away, not to seize unknown, you see he turns and casts it directly into the tier of the primordials.
Oh my god, what?
Like casting this ash inside of it, seeding this magic of the five within the core of this world. And as you see this painting finish, this like golden energy starts emanating from his hand, starts spinning around in the air of the room around you. This is the Josh of the five.
Whoa!
You see, he starts laughing. There's always five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes!
And as he starts laughing, you all start laughing. And there is this magical energy, that connection, that friendship, that urge of energy. And that's where we're going to pick it up after intermission, guys. All right. Guys, we do us a 10-minute intermission around here. Thanks for everybody who's hanging out. You're all fantastic. Tyler lives right over there. Thanks for all the subs. I know you guys were dropping. That was a lot of fun, just kind of staying in that one.
Hell yeah.
We'll do 10 minutes. Get your waters. I obviously am out.
I need to refill, yes.
I should probably roll one more joint just to be fair. But yeah, check out the amazing art. Check out the amazing music. Two geniuses do the bulk of them. Sandy Stein does all our music. Vlad Kolonik does all the incredible art that you see for the show. And then there's a bunch of amazing fan submissions in there as well. So
hell yeah.
We will see you guys in 10 minutes for the continuation of this little Shakinda tale. Badu.
Uba.
Welcome back, everybody.
When in doubt, smoke them out.
Smoke them out?
Yeah.
Let's smoke this out.
Can't go wrong.
That
Smoke it out.
skeleton from last
Smoke
chapter
it out.
was a little.
Ooh, welcome back, buds, to WeeDnD, the pod positive live tabletop role-playing experience. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were revisiting with an old NPC friend who borrowed from the prologue. This wizard that has been trapped for thousands of years, one of the Shekinda wizards that led about the prophecy that brought the current world to its creation.
Yeah, that's not chill.
It's not chill. And you see he's somewhat cursed for those actions. He's living in this kind of fractured mind state. But you guys were able to kind of break him out of it, utilizing, again, the fist of his old golem buddy, which is part of your weapon, which is that was just sweet.
And a little bit of that sweet white widow.
Little widow.
It's got some curing, it has like curing properties to it as well.
That's right. It is the healing of them. Again, we have GANJA components, the Ganjaria spell component list. Some augment healing, some different elemental attacks and stuff like that. So choosing the healing one was a good one. And we've had our first successful, thanks to the boon of the magical GANJA, a seeded past Josh check from the prologue, because you guys used to pass them all the time.
Yeah.
But again, we've kind of talked about, where the blight is this black cloud of seething hatred. The thing that happened when the five were Josh, this laughter, this connection, this friendship, the magic and warmth of sitting around with your friends at a table. It is almost the counter power to what the blight represents. And so for the first time, and I'm just gonna say, let's jump back in love. You feel that, each of you individually having never experienced this particular magic before. There is this warmth, the kind of zest of life and creation, the dark cave walls that are around you, the kind of dreary blue humming light that calls from this chamber beyond. But in the chamber around you, there's this swirling kind of gold happiness, thick like honey syrup on your arms when you want it to be, able to pass through like a fine mist when you don't. It's this thing that has great power and was one of the reasons that the five were able to do the things that they did. And so as you watch, he finishes the last stroke of this extra piece of history, unknown even to you, the great lore master, that it would appear, it was a capturing of this magic garnished from the fallen body of Brunor the Serpent that was seeded into Ganjaria in the first place.
And I actually know, so part of it is that I don't really hear much about Brunor, and I didn't realize it was because it was traumatic to watch her die. Like for Tynaricus, who doesn't really talk about her when I've hung out with her. And then Real never brought her up, but I knew that he was a part of it, but I just never asked about his friends. We were just too busy burning and then saving people from orphanages.
I have a lot of work to do. I've nearly got it.
It was a really cool summer, cool summer.
Hey, someone started a fire.
Let's take our guild pass here. How long ago was this that you experienced your encounter with? Are we saying Real or Tynaricus?
Real. Because Real, that's who I learned how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Someone had mentioned that the old elven stronghold was a place that Real found himself and started accumulating lore. So as, a lore gatherer, people would talk about some of the ancient knowledge shared at this site. And you came upon Real Sithis Othravan, the fusion of the two of these men. Now let's set the picture here a little bit.
I like the idea of being called upon as somebody that hold on, someone's been here, because they were just talking about so it's been a couple hundred years, right? So Real, I assume, would think that no one else is alive other than me and Tynaricus, and maybe other elves, whatever. But everyone pretty much it split everything, right? Yeah. So to hear about some other person that knows Tynaricus or whatever, and then probably hears about me and is could someone find this little weird?
So we happen to have Real and Sithis in the room right now. So I'm just gonna throw this to you. So you see, Gil, as you're kind of traveling again, you got this strange missive, finely written in golden ink, requesting you to come to this elven stronghold. You notice that as you go, there's statues that don't move when you go by, but you're I bet they do if you're
if you try really hard, one of them might move.
Yes, and it's extremely still and stoic place. Even the air just freezes, or the dirt in the air freezes in the air rather than move. It's very calm.
It's like space.
Yes. And you see as you walk up, there's this fountain, and there's water running down. On one side, the water flows like blood, and on the other, the most crystalline glacier water that spills down. You see there's almost a split in the middle, as two faces almost appear to turn and look at you, one smiling, one menacing. But in the moment, the body turns around. We have Realthesis. This would be 300 years after the creation.
I was like, I feel like it's been a couple hundred years, so it's long enough that you'd be like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing? And then
Yes.
like short enough that like we could have a couple years of being buds.
So you have the opportunity to exchange lore amongst one another. You know, you see anytime you bring up the certain details of the past. Again, with no knowledge of the Shekinah, you wouldn't ask of their insight to it. But he is a man who has teaching you things you haven't learned yet about this new world. He gleans some of the world party knowledge. You know, this idea that Tynaricus led these armies, that originally the world was created, Queen Mab was going to exterminate the races of men. As she started sending her fey creatures out to do this job, the blight started spreading from the Southlands, seemingly from her sister, as some of you have learned through this. And so now, as in a war against that blight, which is slowly creeping and consuming the world of Ganjaria, she needs your help and gave magic back to the races of men. And so the 5 kingdoms were established, Sativan, the Kush kingdoms, the Indicus Empire, where you're now, the Diesel dynasty, and the Fellsworn kingdom, a kingdom of the army that legendarily turned its back on people when the world was forged. In Sativan, when you talked to Gary, you would have learned about the fact that the Fellsworn kingdom has fallen. It is like, you know, word and missive has come around. And so the blight has consumed one of the 5 kingdoms already. But
This is before all of that.
Yes.
Like 300 years before that, where I'm being plopped right down here in the middle of this very beautiful hall. This is like a hall? Waterfall hall? Fall?
The Real Hall.
The Real Hall.
Real
Hall
Hall.
for them?
you see the illusion stops. You know, he's an arcane trickster. So it's like this illusion of these 2 types of water. The fountain flows normally.
Oh, you were just doing that? That's cool.
Got you there for a second.
I like that. You really did. I like that about you a lot.
Thank you.
So you've been here a really long time then?
Really, really long time.
A really long time?
You know.
Do you need... do you want to roll to see if you like me or not?
I thought you were saying roll up, because he's got that old weed. He got that.
Oh, he
Got
does.
the OG.
Are you gonna... Are you rolling weed right now? Are you rolling up a joint? Real, you're cool.
I learned it from a friend who could do it with skeleton fingers.
Whoa.
Smoked that. Yeah, I'm not just pop it in there.
Because I've met your friend. I'm from space. Hi, nice to meet you. Space.
I'm from here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Not here, but it's like thinking of this new plane and new existence that just started one day. Yeah.
Yeah, scratched from the surface of Everendel was the world of Ganjaria. So what was brought with it, you know, the remnants, some of which you've seen as you've walked around, ruins of, you know, Namboldir seemingly to the north. And, you know, you've been able to kind of freely walk around these lands as somewhat of a mysterious wizard, accumulating this knowledge to both sides of yourself.
It's almost the time. It all worked out too. The fractionation happened. So there's like, that's the synthesis part talking a little bit.
like going
It's just
into it.
Rial's kind of
You're doing great. I've heard of you before from your friend Tynaricus.
Yeah, Rial lights up a little bit.
Yeah.
That kind of quells a bit of that nasty synthesis energy.
Yeah.
Because that was the intention, was just to, essentially I wanted to purify him, give him another chance.
Show him
but
what you had gleaned, yeah. You
Fusion
see, you know, it's
didn't,
the mention of another member of the 5, you know, who closer, one of your greatest allies and best friends, Tynaricus Onyxheart. You know, you see as you think of him, Gil, this weird thing suddenly happens where you're like, I remember this memory. And you're looking around and you see that Sylvia is just standing there. You're like looking around.
Hey.
Sylvia, you're kind of like standing there looking at this fountain. You know, you also are like retreating into a memory right now. And you see, walking behind Rial on this fountain is this little cat.
Oh.
You see he has 2 tails and galaxies for eyes, this silvery and white hair that kind of furls behind it. You see him walking like he's a ghost, like he materializes and then disappears again and then materializes. And you're like, suddenly you have a memory. You are a star. Burning energies casting out into the energy. You know, the people, your society has decided to draw together. And you see they're all very worried about some event. There's this catastrophe, doomsayer. There's all of this, various words thrown about, basically an end of the world scenario based on this black planet that lies below. You look down, and it's almost like that memory of when the meteor knocked you out of your place. You're on that planet right now. You see, you're like, and you watch as your people start gathering the intelligence, these beams of light from each other, and they start focusing it into this little ball. And you see as your mother walks up and starts petting the energy, you see the cat materialize. You see his eyes, stars like galaxies, and he looks down, and you and him share a moment of watching this broken, tortured elf in a chamber, and this cat that would walk around and was the only kindness that the elf knew. And you see the most horrible thing you can imagine as that is taken from him. And it's as your people have this shared vision, you send to them the magic of the stars. Now again, you're from 1,000 years in the future. And so you see as this magic drops down and seeds itself once more in the planet, you watch the reversal of the magics of everything that created it, starting as a beautiful plant in the sky, the world of Ganjaria, this blightful shadow that overtakes it, wrapping around it. And then it peels open. The flower emanates from the darkness. You see the lands once more blend, and the world of Everendel is filled once again before you. You see that young elf reach down and pick up a dead cat. And you see as the magic from within this creature emanates inside of it, its eyes open once more, with galaxies in them. This star magic off of his tail as he looks up upon Rial Othravon. As a friend, you're sitting there, what do? You do not see Gil, but you are also at this weird elven temple. Rial is there, the waterfall is there, and this cat walking along the back.
I'm immensely drawn towards this cat, and it needs pets.
I mean, obviously somebody pet this freaking cat already.
Seriously.
He loves pets.
Again, you kind
Requires
of
them.
you see Rial, the Rial synthesis fusion that stands near almost freezes as you break this constraint of a memory that you're not sure you've ever had. And you kind of step in something and you look down and you see Gil's foot, the little goo that is Gil's foot. And both of you kind of snap into each other's memory. The fountain is flowing. Rial is kind of frozen. There's suddenly this weird star cat on the back, but you two can move. What do you do?
What's up, space girl?
Oh, how's it going?
I'm just having a bit of a memory about my friend Rial, who taught me how to bow an arrow.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if this is a memory. I'm having a moment.
Excellent.
I guess. And the name Rial sounds so right for this moment.
Mm-hmm. It is really happening.
Ah.
He would have liked that joke. This little star cat is kind of coming
Space cat!
as you're talking. Star child.
Hello. I feel like I know you.
You see he shifts his paw and he has a purple and gold hat, a gold monocle, and a gold and purple scarf that he throws over his side. You see it just covers him as he suddenly has and a little purple half cape that I'm just adding because I like it. You see this little purple half cape. She's it is a pleasure to see you again.
Enchanté.
Oh, the purr.
You see his teeth.
Apparently.
Somewhat. We come from the same place.
Cool.
Well, Gil is also from space.
I am from space.
All of us are from space.
Technically, you're right.
Interesting.
That's why I keep trying to tell everybody.
You see, he looks up and he's like, poor Rial. So tortured. Sometimes I see his nightmares. You see his galaxy eyes start glowing. Shamira.
How did I know?
You see her standing there.
I know somebody
There's
was
this thunder and rain. That same pouring rain that you remember from the memory. We see a lightning strike and it illuminates your back. You're standing in front of the same fountain. The water's kind of falling off of it turbulently, the rain following in equal measure. You're soaking wet. You're standing there looking down at your hands. And it's the first time you ever killed somebody as a soul knife. And so it's like
But not the last.
Nash is totally fine. But no, you look down and there's this weird thing that your weapons are not real. They are figures of your mind. And so when you look at your hands, you look not at bloody blades, but you feel them in your own mind. And so, again, you trust the council. These orders were given. The person that you slew was a bad person. And you see, you're like looking on the other side of the fountain. You're like, wait, I killed you. And you see Rial Othravon standing on the other side of the fountain. You see, it's as if the storms beckon to his call. His eyes glow ominously. There's a dark strength to him. You see, he looks at you and you have remnants of that memory of the bloodhound, standing before such a figure of evil. You see, as the lightning strikes, shadow casts upon his face, and there's a sinister twist to it. But standing before you at the fountain is Sithis Othravon. What do you do?
I let out the rawest scream that I've ever released. And I feel like that energy of my wail and feeling the first kill that I've ever done and battling with that in my inner self just shoots forward.
You see, you scream out again. You're all mind linked. And so in this moment, you suddenly feel this raw scream as it emanates through you. There's this weird side effect where you all have to witness the first 1,000 times you killed somebody. Only one of you has 1,000 to choose from. But in this moment, as you're looking, suddenly each of you goes through flashes of 1,000 deaths at your own hand. You see them all. It's this weird bend from the mind of the bloodhound, this torturous experience that Shamiria was forced to endure, her own moment, this mental link between you all. And you see the outline of this room cracks and falls away. You see Ubaru standing there with his staff in the ground. Welcome to the temple. As if this scream of yours has pulled all of you out from this illusion.
Ouch.
Look in front of you. Behind him, you see his staff stets. There are these wood plates that go out with this carpet that leads all the way up this stairwell to this giant shelf covered in trinkets and chests and lots of wondrous magic. These little stones that float around in bubbling urns with no fire. It's just this lavish display of kind of wondrous magic items. You see sat on either side are these 4 wooden chairs. As if the pathway that leads forward and goes over this gray-plated center stone. You look around, you are no longer in the caves. You are now standing inside the temple of the Shekinda.
We did it.
You see Ubaru's sags down. It is all I could do. The door lies there, beyond the magic. Take the crest to the stones. The bravest of you. And he slouches down. So you look around and there's these ornate kind of stone ivory walls that surround this chamber all around you. There's kind of this echoing stillness in the air. You can smell the age of the wood before you. This is wood from the world of Everendel itself. And so it cries with this type of nature that doesn't exist in the world of Ganjaria, so fused with fey magics. It's got that sawdust taste to it. And hewn stone clearly made by men. You see the elaborate plates that sit in the center fixed in this room, and at their center, a small circular end where that stone could be placed. That is the door to redemption. Which one of you is the bravest? Or the most foolish?
If we all do it together, then we're equally whatever that is. So
I would agree with that.
We can all get back inside Gil, and then we're technically one.
We're technically one person. Sure. I mean, that could work.
Let's do it together.
Inside of Gil or outside of Gil?
I don't have any bardics or anything left.
Well, if we're all inside you, you can't give it to yourself anyway.
No, well, and I'm out because I gave them to everybody already.
You see Ubar actually at that notion. He's like,
What?
these sands have time stopped for no one. But here, and he reaches back into this little space from which he always like pulls out stuff. Just, you see he lays down a sleeping bag. Perhaps you rest before what is to come. I only have the one.
That's fine. I'm a hut, and then I cast Leoman's tiny hut, and he also gets absorbed into it.
Brian Fitz.
Yeah,
No
that's
worries,
fine,
bro.
I'm
I'm a hut.
And then, oh man, okay, I don't know if I can do this. I wanted to do the one about singing a little song for my friends.
Oh yeah, the Song of Rest.
Yeah. I have that. If
they
you or
c-
any friendly creatures who can hear you performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d8 hit points.
Extra D8 if you take the short rest. So he only has 1 short rest. So you could do the Song of Rest for that person, and they would get extra healing.
Okay. I'm just I can offer that up as well for people if no one needs to heal really. Is everyone okay?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, then I'll save that. But I am casting Leoman's tiny hut, which is just you guys being inside of me.
Right, here we go. We're all going in. Yeah. Do you want to do it there, or are you doing it like just on the outside, still like having not come in? You know what I mean? Like where would you like to do this?
I want to do it before we engage with whatever. Like if we take a sit down and it's like a seat of death, I would rather
totally.
make sure that I have like bardics.
I'm gonna sit on the spikes.
Yeah, I just need to get. I would like to get like my things back, like my bardic, just so I can be helpful.
All right. So yes, a
Otherwise, I'm
short
just
rest is only an hour. So I believe
that part-
Leoman's lasts for like what 8 hours?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have this hut.
Again,
And
you
it's
have
me,
time.
so I'm
Again, that strange like coursing magic that you were witnessing on the other side of the time dilation is not present in front of you. So I mean, you guys are free to take. I mean, that's a spell that has effects. So you're free to take as much time as you would like, however you want to handle this.
And nothing can fuck with us inside of it.
Unless Ubaru attacks you, but I won't have him do that. He's,
That'd be so crazy if Boobaroo decided to
he's
attack.
like, you are trapped in here with me.
Yeah.
We're like, no, sir, you're trapped in here with us.
Yeah,
I just like close it over.
my normal class, no.
Everybody kiss. Yeah.
Little murder igloo.
Yeah. The igloo. The igloo.
So yeah, you guys have the options that's set before you. Again, like time is a thing. You don't really know, but again, there's not like a ticking time bomb sitting out in front of you. So as Gil becomes a protective barrier for you guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Brian fits. He's not here, but he would fit.
He would.
That's canon.
Yes, he
There's just a Dracolich and they're like, ah! Oh, ooh, he's cool. He's cool.
Hold on, I also need to just roll.
So yeah, you guys, if you're short resting, which is just a 1 hour rest, you can use your hit dice to reheal. Gil also has the Song of Rest.
Yeah.
If you want to take the full 8 hours and do like a full rest, you can.
No, I think we're
I
fine.
mean, I'm okay. I'm really good. I'm good,
fine.
guys. I support the group.
And yeah, you will get your inspirations back. All 5 of them.
Yay.
Yeah, you do what you need, Gil. I support you.
Thanks for being a house.
Yeah, you've got. I think you have full. I don't think you've used any of your hit dice yet.
I haven't, no.
Yeah, so you have up to, and you can just use as many as you need to top yourself off. You would have 11 D8s. So as many of those as you would want to use to heal. Like, how many hit points are you down?
I have 58 right now.
Out of 74. So you
Yes.
what? Yeah. So 16. No, that was wrong.
I'm gonna use 3
26.
D8s.
Thank you.
Hiya! 3 D8s. Here we go. 3, 4, and 8.
All right, so it's 15. You also get to add your con modifier, which is 1. So that for those 3, you were at 18. You would heal 18 from those 3 hit dice.
Okay, 15. Yeah.
And then you would still have 8 to use. And then the way those
That's
work,
all
like
good.
on
Yeah,
the
that
long
got-
rest,
that
you
gets
get
me
half
back.
of them back.
That gets me back. No, I'm good.
Cool. And you get your Bardic Inspirations as well.
Yeah, baby.
So everybody gets the hour break, so any of your abilities that reset on a short rest are good. If you have any hit points you need to top off or any effects that go off of a short rest, you get them. You see Ubaru takes that as well. Like he's like so exhausted from this like fighting off of against his madness. You notice that even as he's resting, it seems like he's having nightmares all the time. You know, and
Have a good rest.
he reaches out every now and again and falls back to sleep, sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping.
I wish we knew somebody that could help with these nightmares. It's a bummer.
Right?
Yeah.
And if only they weren't Gokuing in the time chamber. Right?
Being awesome right now.
I heard about those.
It's just like, and he's like, oh, my nightmares are gone.
Kicks him in the head and leaves. Like, yeah. Oh, you don't know what happened. You just smell cigarette smoke. You're like,
Why do I feel like I got punched in the face?
yeah. But
And
also,
smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, a little pep. But yes, I mean, yeah, Shay, you do happen to know a night defender,
I do.
but you don't necessarily know how
I
to.
don't know how to. Pickles? Nope. Sorry.
Oh.
She's on that she's on that planet. the
I'm
girls.
out of range.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You just hear back cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
You just,
I start coughing.
it's just
Cigarette
pickles just
smoke.
blowing
Guys,
in your
all I
face.
can hear is cigarettes. I don't know.
Classic pickles.
Classic.
pickles.
You could have sent any message. That's what you sent. A second message.
Come on.
All right, so you guys, you take this opportunity. Again, you're kind of sitting in this chamber. You're like, this place is odd. You know, again, it's like even the way by which you got here, drawn through here by some strange magical illusion. You know, you remember the runes on the wall. You pass your Arcana check. Like, you know, there's something about this place is highly magical and highly off. Like there is, again, as you sat, you know, that's weird twisting inside of yourself. There's just like this whole place reeks of kind of like high, weird, ancient magic. So we actually have, for the first time, we have a cool little, place. So I'm just gonna bring you guys in. So this
Dan.
huge shout out to our boy Dan over at Factory, who has lots of cool stuff for us. And we are, this is the chamber set before you. Again, everything in stark juxtaposition to the mudslide and the crazy magic beams. Once you entered that bubble, everything has been calm. You see no wandering monsters pass by. There is this sense of danger around you that protected by your spell, you feel like you're not at risk to. But again, it's like almost the cold quiet of this place is what gets under your skin.
Probably old split the world over here.
So there you guys sat.
That was a cool guy. Okay, he is a cool guy. I don't know. We hung out like for a while, and I just hung out there for a minute, and I learned how to do a boner arrow, and then I left.
I'm sorry, what?
A boner arrow.
I thought I heard that.
Yeah, boner arrow, right?
That's
That's what you guys call on this planet, boner arrow.
Boner arrow.
And arrow.
Rial kept let Gil say it that way because it was just kind of funny. But
I love that son of a bitch.
that goo's a hell of a shot, and yeah, trained on the son of a birch. Is my old bow.
Son of a bird.
The daughter of Ash went to a friend, so
Yeah.
we still got son of a birch.
son of a birch.
Yeah.
That's classic. That's OG
Old
D&D.
G. That's like third
Bort.
episode,
That's
I think,
Bort,
or
baby.
something.
I like
Bort.
to think of the montage, which is Rial like regaining his like whimsy of like pulling little pranks and like do it like trying to like
Disappearing just
yeah,
randomly.
like they'd be like little roguey pranks like in his kingdom or whatever the hell wherever we are where there's people like. Oh, someone switched out the sugar for salt. We're just like just little pranks.
You guys prank around, yeah.
Yeah, so we just become like two buds, like pranking,
And he's
pranking
like, I'll teach
everybody
you how to
around.
boner arrow.
Got
Yeah,
kindly
if you
tramping
teach me-
around too, little
Yeah.
cat.
Talk to me about Thoricus and tell me how he's doing. Like if they just don't talk anymore, he's like, tell me about your tales. Like it's just all it really is that's just talking about lore and things. He tells me most of the stuff I know about.
I had to show this fun little goo. I like talking to this goo. Speaking of Thoricus, we used to have and Rial tries it. The sending stone. We call them Rocky Talkies. Still try and test it out
I wish.
every now and again.
Sad.
It's tough
like-
when friends grow apart, especially after destroying the world. That
Don't
was
do it to a lot of friendships. It's
That-
tough. It's tough.
Listen, It will.
It's hard to survive that.
Yeah. But I'm your friend now. And I'm his friend. A lot of times you just gotta make the journey. But it's hard to leave this place, isn't it?
I'd certainly say so. Very wise. I want to teach you a little something from the old days.
What is this?
Put out your goo.
Okay. It's like the tentacle.
Yeah.
Like,
Do it in real life because we're in the room.
And it's, the high five.
Oh my God, do it! Do it! Holy crap, do it!
Over
Right there.
bam.
All right. On 3.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. How'd that feel?
It reverberates through Gil's body. And I would love to like entrust Rial with like a forever bardic in some way where it's like it's like some sort of space rock or something that goes like patink, and it like hits Rial like in his forehead, and like it's like
Okay.
a forever bardic like like space bardic.
Space.
Space Bardic inspiration.
Space bardic.
Space Bardic!
That's what high fives do. That's what
High fives do. That's what high fives do. We used to talk about high fiving when we were stuck on the internet. And now we can actually high five.
Bartle Star Galactica.
I am gonna force the hand of Rial as you hand this like little stone rock from space that's gonna give him this permanent inspiration. You see, he gives you a stone back in trade, one that is hard to hang on to, but he gives you 1/2 of the Rocky Talkies.
Oh shit, that's cool.
So you have a phone to Tynaricus if you're close enough to it.
Oh my god! He's gonna Who gave this to you? Who gave you this number? Freaking out.
We got a raid! I just have seen the raiders! Welcome in, guys.
I love the idea.
Thanks for coming. Who is it? Is that Dorktail? Oh my god, I love Dorktail. Oh my god, I'm a huge fan of Dorktails, guys. Definitely give them a follow. They are the best of people. Love you, Kelly.
So
Kelly's the man.
yeah, so we keep jumping back and forth to this like
Yes.
this like flashback of like hanging out with Rial, them just like then we tell you about my best friend. And like in these moments when we're like hanging out in this hut for like an hour, like I like the idea of people coming in and out of the flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
They're kind of in a mind link and stuff. So
Yeah.
the idea of like
Some
the
other-
cat is like walking by,
Yeah,
and she's
kinda
kind of
just,
chasing
like,
after him, and like
Yeah, just like, you see taps, kind of like hitting the pause button on your scene, like, he sees reality, he's like,
and then
Tynaricus. And then he kind of wanders over to the side and you see he kind of like hits pause. Tynaricus Onyx Heart.
Oh.
This is 100 years ago now, just before the Black Iron Gates were shut.
Great, so I'm
and
still
you're
old.
Still old, yeah, definitely still. How old are you, Big Papa?
You're always old.
425 plus
420,
625.
65, something like that.
625, something like that.
465.
Yeah, bro. You're an old dude.
I look good though.
Yeah. But you see, looking down in front of
Please.
yourself, you're holding this piece of ice. It's this like glowing blue and white piece shard of ice. Similar exactly to the one, Gil, you're like, wait, which memory am I? It's like there's this weird kind of float.
damn it.
But you see this like piece of living ice, the thing that gives the Iceborn their power and the magic that they just infused into that worm. You see he's holding onto it. He looks at it like it's a threat. Tynaricus, you look down, Glacius, the balance that you struck with him was tentative at best, allowing him this portal to the plane of ice in the Northlands, kind of somewhat protecting him from Mab as her outreach among her, her former general.
Right.
And so you see this living ice is a message from Glacius to Tynaricus about what's coming.
I'm gonna get you.
And you see this new ice, this thing that has mastery over the power of the race of men. It has life infused in ice, as somewhat of a threat from the Northlands. And then you hear this, like rustling around, and you look back and you see Tynara, she like comes out, and age has hit her a little bit stronger, just as you can see, she carries the weight of all the things that Tynaricus tries to, stay focused on in these times. You see some children rustling around in the background, but here you stand looking out the windows of the Indicus Empire. You see the mountains carved to give you the living iron, the blacksmithing tradition that you've built in front of you. You're kind of standing there looking down upon this missive from Glacius. And you remember the last time you saw this. It was handed to you by Real Othravon, the last time you saw it. We kind of pull back into a shared memory that we've all had, where this fountain is flowing. You see the waters are frozen in ice. This is at the border of the Indicus Empire, and we see Real Othravon walk from the forest, covered as to not be noticed from any passerby. You see Tynaricus standing out far beyond the protection of his kingdom as a friend brings you this object. Real, you helped make this shard of ice, believing that a new life is needed. And against Tynaricus' wishes, you forged this magic relic that can bring dead people back to life as the Iceborn. Synthesis had a lot to do with the knowledge of how to do that, but it was filtered through you. And with your permanent space bardic inspiration, you are not in the synthesis space. You made this decision, but it was through knowledge obtained by him. It's just a cool opportunity for me to see Real and Tynaricus have this moment. So there we are, standing on the kind of frigid outlines of the kingdom.
Is this does this work the same way with Mind Link that stuff's worked in the past, and Shay gets to also kind of witness these things as they're happening as well?
Yes, there is this thing, whereas
explain.
Shayon looks and sees Real, similarly to in your own nightmare. You keep noticing these fractured head splits, almost like out of a horror movie. But there you can visibly see this malicious magical energy contained within his form. And it keeps reaching out, a hand will kind of reach out to you, but it's always captured back within. There is this resonant power to Real Othravon. He became what he needed to be. And so by refractionating himself with the worst part of himself, he gained control over it. But you can see how tentative that balance is. Kind of tearing out, reaching out. You look over and you can kind of see these frozen moments as this little cat just kind of traipses around this fountain. You see, he looks at this moment. Did you know that Real had a very best friend? Watch. Not kidding.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad I didn't have water in my mouth.
I was spitting.
You guys
Should I leave?
No, I need witnesses.
So I've got the Iceborn, what is that? The Iceborn crystal,
living
basically?
ice.
The living ice.
Shard of living ice.
I've got it hidden behind my back as we're walking up to each other. I know it's a hard ask, but promise you won't get mad.
I can't promise anything. I always get mad. At everything.
He really does always get mad at everything.
Why are you interrupting me?
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Reminds me back.
Sorry, I got mad. All right. So what's this thing that you called me out here to look at?
You told me not to do it, but
Oh,
I
good.
couldn't.
This is a good start.
Yeah, but I couldn't resist. I'll present the living ice.
Why? Why would you make something like this? I told you, we fought against evil like this so that something like this couldn't bring... People are supposed to live and die. It is a balance. We brought balance to the world, or we thought that we did. Why would you create something that could throw off the balance so incredibly? I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
He's mad.
He seems bad.
I'm disappointed.
I have that's much worse.
Ooh, he got you.
Ooh, disappointed. Everybody sees that.
I'm disappointed.
Who has that now?
You just had these amazing ambitions. Ever since I've always known you, you were meant to rule a kingdom. And this could be something that we, like you said, the world's changing. Balance is off, but the least we can do is try and fight for it, like we always have.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that we'll always get to do, buddy. We'll always get to fight.
Not all the time. A little joshing.
Don't.
And then with the
I'm
legerdemain
still-
mage hand, a little.
I'm still disappointed in you. Don't do
You're
it.
getting poked by an
You're gonna
invisible
make
mage.
me. Okay. All right.
And you see this spark, and all of you kind of flash as again that magic of connection that the five were legendary for. This flow and the Josh, the element of five somewhat broken souls coming together and doing a very heroic thing. The conditions of that thing will be decided for a long time. But in this moment, you see Ubaru has sat up. We dance in your memories. The bond in your mind is strong. Thank you for the rest.
You're welcome.
But you must understand, this is the corruption of history. The Shekinah ruined everything everywhere. Perhaps you can right our wrongs. Oh, die.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to do that?
Eventually everything dies. Why not go out trying our best? And you know what? Ruining everything, credit doesn't go all to you. There's a lot of other things ruining everything. You just played a part in it. That's okay. Because we're going to play a part in fixing it. Because we're the helping committee.
Committee. We need to practice that.
Or else.
Or else.
Or else.
Yeah.
And that's why she's our president. As I say that because we're up at the end of the hour. It all just starts like slurping back into me, and you guys are just like what's that? Is that movie called Sphere?
Yes.
That kind of vibe where it just kind of goes like.
We talk about it a lot.
Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, that movie.
More than probably should.
That movie's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest.
I've never finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, awful. But yeah, the idea of
In a bad way,
it's
maybe.
just like that. It's like whoop, and then it all goes back in me. You guys are just
You guys splash, and you're like, am I wet or not?
That's a
Wait.
Crichton book initially. And then they made the movie with like Dustin Hoffman and Queen Latifah.
yeah.
It's been a minute. Spear. Haven't thought of Spear in a minute.
That's a good one.
It's my flirt.
That's my flirt.
Flarp.
All right. So you see, as the kind of magic wanes and the protection is gone, that strange eeriness of this chamber sets in front of you again. You're just, there is something wrong in this space.
Yeah, no shit.
You look around and it's
Yeah.
like, there are all these frames of paintings with nothing in them, but like as you turn your eyes away, you start to see things, and when you look back, they go away. There's like an illusionary nature to this place. And you hear this like, it's coming from that center stone area. You see this like strange gray stone with this elaborate etching pattern within it, the circular recess at the center. There's this poking, knocking sound upon the stones.
Detective Samuel.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, you would know all about
It could be
that.
Detective Samuel, because yeah.
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Don't listen to
Ghost Wars.
I'm using my ghost horse powers to tell everyone.
Okay, yeah. In case everything is a trap.
There's a ton of skeletons around the edge of the room, but don't worry about them.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like
I like
saving
skeletons.
throws and stuff.
Funyuns?
Like to when the goo comes off of you guys, there's inspiration. So it's like I like with goo. That
With
way,
goo.
in case there's any
With
saving
goo.
throws with like something. So patoo!
There they go.
My God.
It's a war zone.
Got it.
Don't do it.
Found it. Found it.
And you know what?
Yum, yum, yum.
Even one for Boo Boo, because I have.
Because I got it.
Oh.
Yes?
Ubaru won't take it.
Okay, that's fine.
Because he doesn't, he like won't glean you any value of that. Like he respects
That's
the
fair.
offer, but returns back the gesture.
I keep one in my back pocket, because you never know.
Never know. All right, so you see Ubaru points to the center of the placard. The call from destiny, the call from redemption. Who is the bravest among you? You must deliver the sigil, or try yourself at the chairs. He points to the sigil that he gave you. He's like, that is the most direct way. Or you could test the chairs. The old security system. But why go around when you can go in the front door?
That's a good point.
I don't like the way you say chairs. Like these sound like some nasty chairs. I don't know if that should be option
Like-
A.
Completely normal chair.
It's a security.
It's a bad liar. Chairs are great.
About these chairs,
Why do you keep bringing up
Well,
the chair? The chair
now I'm curious about the chairs.
A little bit, right?
Like-
Right.
You should have talked about the chairs, man, because I want to go and sit in it now.
So like if someone would start talking about like, oh, you should jump off this cliff because it looks really cool.
There's
You're
cliffs
like,
around here to
"All right,
jump
there
off
it is."
of?
Yeah, great.
You gotta be careful.
Oh shit! Let's go and do that. Why are we not doing that?
We fell off.
Yeah, you
the
fell
cliff.
off in
And it
the big
was
mud hole.
Interesting.
Wow. How does that feel like that was so long ago already? Look at all this.
I
Wow.
feel like it was just minutes.
Shoot.
It's time.
Time dilation.
They're dinner.
Well, speaking of time, I feel like we don't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of these things. So I say we just go through the front door.
Yep.
I think there's a major risk either way, and it's a matter of which risk we want to take.
Exactly.
Is the door behind the credenza?
No,
think it's
basically
here.
saying, to
Yeah, we
place
gotta
that little
put the
middle.
mark.
We all want a
Yeah.
hands-on rune. We said we would go for it together. We're all pretty brave.
Guys, floor
We're
doors are a real
strongest
thing.
together.
Oh, floor doors.
Oh, floor doors.
They're real scary.
Floridora.
That's a chapter 2 problem.
Oh yeah, that's not us.
Gary does stairs now.
That's not us.
They got
Let's
stairs,
do it.
floor doors.
Whatever we gotta do, I say we just do it. Let's go.
Great, let's all
Let's do it together.
go.
We're strongest together.
We are.
Yeah. Who's the bravest one out of all of us?
We all
of
are.
us.
And boom.
Nice. All right, so you guys, kind
Dead.
of like do
Just trapdoor.
start making new characters. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm the DM and I won. It's that easy, right?
Thank you for all
Wow.
stepping onto the disintegration pad.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
It's like a bug's apple.
I'm crazy, man. Why would you listen to me?
I'm crazy too.
All right. I need each of you. You can't pick the same number, but all of you are going to give me a number, 1 through 5, and none of you can pick the same number. So if you have one you want to claim, shout it out now.
4, 3. Oh.
That was too cool. That's actually going to have an effect.
Space friends.
All right. That's the space. Okay, and then so 4 is taken. There are still
I held 3.
3.
Oh shit.
3.
Okay. Go ahead, buddy. I'll just take whatever's left.
I'll go 2.
All right, let's go 1.
Number
Oh,
1.
you had 2 options. Because they both picked 4. So you had.
Oh,
1
I
or 5.
thought
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
That's it.
All right, well, fuck it. I already chose one.
All right.
Where were you?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
All right. So in this moment,
I'm gonna smoke weed about it.
Oh my god.
God, that's so funny.
all right.
Where were you?
All right. Gil and Sylvia.
Yeah.
Gil and Sel, you guys are end up on the opposite side of each other as you kind of set this plate down. And as you do, you watch as the other people around you disappear for a moment. But you're all still mind linked.
Yes.
And so it's like you feel yourself drawn up and looking down. And you notice that Gil and Sylvia are in this vast library. There's like ancient scrolls, artifacts, all these layers of dust. The air is like smells like old parchment. And there's these like whispers in the air, as if like the knowledge is not just contained to the pages of this paper. There's these strange shadows that move around the walls like people, but they do not ever take a solid form and they constantly shift. You can feel like the words and letters in this room carry the weight of centuries passing. And as you both kind of end up focused by the strange light of this vault of forgotten knowledge, you both can ask one question. Go. Yep, it's gonna be fast. Yep. Sylvia, you're
When
looking.
am I from?
You know, you see as all these scrolls and pages all around are pulled off from the walls, and this piece of paper comes up to you. And you see an 8 sideways. It is implying
Sorry.
that you are infinity.
Gil's actually laughing.
You see kindly the cat sitting next to you also laughing.
Very rude.
You, born of the stars, and born to return to them. Gil, what's your question?
Are the sisters the key to destroying the blight?
The sisters being the two, Mab and Titania.
Hello, apples.
You see again the scrolls rip, and as this one book reaches out to you, all this black tar connects to it, as if it's trying to stop this book from getting to you.
No, it's mine! And then Gil goes like,
Just in a
like
black,
a
like
sticky hand.
tendril on your hands. You got
Flippy, like they're just slapping on
slappy
it. Like,
fight.
Tentacle fight! Tentacle fight!
It goes on for a long time.
Yeah.
Like a long time.
Like a,
But you do manage to pull this book. You open it up, and it says, "Purify the dreams of the Ice Queen, and the blight will bear no longer." You see the pages twist to ice in front of you, and you swear as you're looking at this paper, you get this weird image of this little teddy bear throwing kicks with 2 cigarettes in his mouth. But jumping, doing backflips up. For some reason, there's like this strange thing is connected in some way. You know, you feel the taste of cigarettes in your goo mouth suddenly.
Yeah. Oh man, I quit smoking like 400 years ago.
You gain, those are the boons of the Vault of Forgotten Knowledge. We shift over to Shamira. You see, as you place the stone down, again, the same thing. Everybody around you kind of fades away, but you're like somewhat connected to theirs. You know, there's this weird place where you're in your own mind, but your mind is connected to their mind, which is also going to another place. There is this, you know, and you, as you grow in power, are starting to understand these networks. It's not so disarming for you. Remember, you used to kind of have a seizure sometimes when there was too much. And it's like you find yourself, again, kind of attuning to these energies that go around you. You look down, and you're holding a picture frame of one member of your party. Who is it?
My current party?
Yes.
Rex.
Rex. It's that Boston accent, bro. Gets them every time. All right, so you see you're looking down, and it's suddenly like the walls around you, again, these ivory stones and this wood floor. You start to feel like you're in a church, and you remember being in the church in Lumal, or I'm sorry, in Bordeaux. You know, the beautiful Gothic architecture, the sight of the white lily on the bench. You know, this kind of convergence point. Really, when you were last truly innocent to the knowledge that has born the Shamira of now.
Whoa, yep. Long time
And
ago.
so, yes, you know, and the bridge of that gap.
Those
you know,
2 dead guards.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You picture severing the heads off of 2 guards.
It's like in slow motion. It's like happy music is playing. La, 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 la.
You don't get a leave. But yeah, you know, you're sitting there and you're like, haha, savagely cutting the heads off, and you look down, and it's 2 horse heads, and it's Samuel, and he's like, no!
You're the worst. You ruined this for me.
Samuel!
But that's exactly what you see. You're like cutting the heads off these humans, and then these giant horse heads come out of them. And you look down at the picture frame that you're holding, and you see Rex, and suddenly the draconic features kind of sharpen. You see his claws grow longer, the element of war within him spreading across him. Don't worry, Rex. I've got something for that. You feel a coldness within you as you are pulled to your place as well. Don't worry, we'll get to that later.
Cold place.
Suddenly, you know, again, as the crescendo of each of your moments happens, you are kind of in, like, the 3 of you are in kind of a shared observance space again. It's like you can all also see what they saw and what you saw, and now this idea of seeing, as you see Rex standing in front of this like procession of stone statues. It's just a line of Davids from the beginning to the end, each and every single one of them. You see that all of the faces look down at Rex angrily, as if he's let them down. And each step that you take draws you closer to this betrayal that you feel emanating from all of these stones. You look down at and there's all these like scraps of paper, the missives passed between friends long ago, of promises of broken trust and hope shattered. You see the shadows have these like strange casting lights upon them, these long accusing fingers that point down at you, and you feel like the air around you is filled with regret. Rex, what is your greatest regret?
My greatest regret?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on blast, Rex Milo. Then what is your greatest regret?
Never maintaining the relationships and friendships I had back in cold Boston. I just kind of up and packed up and came out here. So I'm gonna go look for this energy, which still, it's been a confusing couple days. My head's kind of all over the place, and I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get some flack for trusting a gem dragon.
You feel that grow in your stomach like a pit. And as you're walking and the shameful glances of these statues look down upon you, you feel that cold energy that snaps from the corruption witnessed in the dream of Shamira. And you feel like there's just this heavy weight starts growing in the pit of your stomach.
We're all linked, right?
Yes.
So I feel this and I share a message and I go, not everything is always what they seem. So people we trust cannot be trusted. Because I feel this memory of the council and like how I trusted the council and they looked down upon me because I did not deliver the secrets of the friends that I made.
Secrets. You hear like whispering starts echoing around. Lies. Secrets and lies and secrets and lies. And you all shift into Tynaricus' mind. You see he's standing, he sets the plate down, you all disappear, and there's these towering murals of his grandfather, Thoricus, depicting these heroic conflicts, the battle with the Shale Soul, the fighting in the halls of Buraka, balanced on a flaming wooden bridge. And as you see these looming statues all around, it's like he's so much bigger than you could ever be. This is a legend, and you are but a man.
I'll never live up to that.
And so you see, as you're looking up, you start hearing the echoes of all the lies you ever let yourself believe. This idea you weren't good enough. He's better than you. You could do better. There's just this flurry of these whispers all echoing around. As the lies that each of these characters, and even you guys, like being in the mind link, suddenly the lies that we start telling ourselves start spilling into this space. Tynaricus, you're standing on a burning bridge. You look across from you, and there's a ravenous half-orc looking at you furiously. What do you do?
Well, I'm not going to stand here on this burning bridge, so I guess I'm going to go fuck that guy up.
You look down. You do not have your normal weapon. You have a dual-sided axe.
Oh, I don't know how to use
You
this.
see Lucille coming out one side and the Blightbringer on the other.
I can't use this. I don't even know how.
You're like, you cut the rope and fall.
It's like all,
Yeah, it doesn't do.
it's all off balance. Who can use this thing?
Lies. You see the bridge starts flowing back and forth. All right. You see the half-orc just starts charging at you. And he leaps. And right when his weapon would collide, you feel his body turn into stone. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, hot roll. So it's a 7, I guess. 13.
You also have
Oh, antibiotics.
Antibiotic.
add a
A D10?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna need it. Yeah, because that's 7 plus I got 6 Constitution save. You said? Yeah. So it's 13. Do I need
Yes.
another one on top?
That
Yeah,
yes
two of
was
these.
scary.
Yes.
Yes.
3.
Okay, yeah, you just needed a 2. So.
Beautiful.
All right, you see in this memory, this like lie, this idea, this notion as you're all kind of like converging the space. You see the weapon, you're like, this isn't my weapon, and you're trying to force getting your actual weapon. And you see it appears, but the fist is like the black blighted stone that the Blightbringer was made from. But with the help of the inspiration and your own Constitution saving throw, you manage to shun this layer of rock off. And it peels back. Ubaru's grasp still remains the same. So you hear, this echo of words all around you. The Tynaricus, lies, deceit, slumbers, shadows, dancing. As Rex, you hear, betrayer, never good enough. Shamira, standing in the church of Cordeaux. Corruption, tainted dreams, and promises of power for allegiance. And then you two standing in this library, forgotten knowledge, all that remains. You hear the voice of Ubaru. Is redemption. You hear the staff as he knocks on the underside, just as you all place the sigil down. You see these strange trials all wrap around each of you, taking you to each of the vaults that you could have independently explored, but kind of all experienced at the same time together. Some of you with a dark weight that you're carrying from within that space. Some of you emboldened by what you saw in that space. But the magics of this test of the will of the Redeemer allows the plates to glow. You see the outlines of the sigils that lay on the floor start glowing in vibrant gold magics. The gray stone itself starts shifting to white ivory stone. And you see the whole room around you starts to shake as the chamber of redemption builds itself around you. You see this warm light illuminating the murals of the Ferocious Five. You also see the banners of those of Sativan. You see the ranks of the party of the Kush Kingdom, Shamir, your own image, but with an angelic figure standing behind it. You see again another wall fixed with the faces of each one of you that stands in front of it. Ubaru's kind of looking up at you all. This is the chamber of redemption. You should feel peace and serenity. And I hope that one day I may as well. You see, he starts laughing. And just as the vibrant energy that peeled the skin away from Brian when he witnessed the fall of Brunor the serpent, you watch the skin of Ubaru start peeling away.
Gross!
As if the magics, the madness, the convergence in this space of all of these things, this history, this legacy, tears his very fiber of his being apart. And sitting there in front of you is a laughing skeleton. And that's where we're going to pick it up next time.
Come on, dude.
Got me at the surprise Skelly. You said there was a Skelly.
Skelly, smiling, laughing.
But
He's
you'll never
laughing.
know
He's
about
having a
the
good
chairs.
time.
Not the chair.
I'll never tell you guys about the chairs.
Oh,
Good. I don't want to know.
I
what
wasn't
it is.
gonna ask.
wasn't
I really,
anything.
I've forgotten about them.
It wasn't super cool though.
I wanted to go and sit in it.
There was never a thing about chairs. Guys, awesome.
But-
So
There's still lots of time to sit in those chairs.
That's true. But it was just.
what are the Chamber of Redemption? There's
No,
only
I
four
like
though.
what we did,
There's odd
guys.
man out.
The skeleton in the chair. It'll at least be cute. It's like, in the chair.
I'll make him some clothes.
Rope hat.
Thank you guys for doing a dope Thorcus Real scene. Thanks for the exploring
fun.
weird dream fragment minds. It was great to see Kindly again.
Blast from
Yeah, right?
We stand in the Chamber of Redemption, my friends. So that's where we will pick it up.
Should have said
Very close to
these things need new
the
batteries.
stone that you seek. So yeah, guys, we'll be back next Tuesday. We do this shit every Tuesday. 8
Every
o'clock.
Tuesday!
You guys, that was
Tuesday.
so much fun. Seriously, don't worry about the chairs. There was never anything about the chairs.
I'm not
I
even
was
thinking
so
about the
curious
chairs.
about the
I'm gonna
What are you
get them
thinking
next
about?
time.
I know. I know what you're thinking about.
I'm gonna get them next episode if we're still in
Fight
this
the urge.
room.
Nicole. Don't kill again.
Can we just open next episode in this room simply so that we can take a CD on those chairs?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's redemption. It's your redemption.
Well,
chairs.
I wanted to. We finished before. I wanted to sing the redemption song, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, it's you guys did what. I'm not gonna give it away.
All right. That's fair.
But yeah, this is where we will start. We will start in the same place at that moment. So seriously, guys, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for kind of jumping around in the dream space a little bit on some of this.
Absolutely.
Man, those chairs though. Nothing. There's nothing with the chairs.
You guys don't have a lot of time. You better do things. Blah blah blah. Well, let's not do the chairs. Go sit on the chairs.
Right? Hurry. Oh, you guys passed the chairs?
But you're out of time, so
That's
you
you
better
can't play
hurry
right
up and do
now.
stuff.
We were in such a rush to finish that we couldn't be playing right now. We couldn't play. Guys, I love you so much. Thanks to Stephanie for holding it down. We had some
Hell yeah.
texts battling us. Thank
Steffi
you so
Poo.
much.
Yes.
Shout out
We
to
love
Dan,
you.
Factory Studios, who hooked us up with this stuff. I'll be borrowing it for another week, probably, if that's cool. Love to my players, love to the buds. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. That was an absolute blast. Anybody got any projects that are going on like this week to shout out? I just want to say real quick for you.
Not this week.
Dope.
But 3 out of the 5 of us are in a show together.
Coming up.
April.
April.
5th.
Stay tuned, bitch.
Boom, stay tuned. Titus opens in like a month. So it's a far off. Guys, check out these wonderful people. They're all doing amazing things. Follow them, support them. They're the most incredible human beings that I know. And love yourself, make something. Let's do our little ritual that we like to do around here. Maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't.
Fucked up.
We like to take a lighter like this one here. Make sure we're not going to light any of our friends, family, or kindly the cat on fire. And put on our little monocles and top hats and go, light as that.
Yeah.
And remember, he has a little golden monocle too.
Little galaxy-eyed.
Light as meow.
I'm going to bring that art.
Proper gentleman.
Long live kindly.
Long live kindly.
Yes. Love you guys. Thank you so
Sam.
much. All right, we're going to raid.
Night, Sam.
Hang around for the raid. Night, Sam.
Raid. Cha, 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 cha.
So what? You can't touch me, 'cause I'm from the internet.